If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easy to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. You can now book Jewellery Maker workshops online. Just head over to our Jewellery Maker website and click on the workshop link. We have a wide range of workshops from beginner to intermediate, covering a variety of mediums. Once you've found a workshop you would like to attend, simply click on the Book Now button, fill in the required fields, and then press Continue. This will take you through to the payment page. If you have any questions, you can contact our workshop coordinator at any time by emailing workshop@jewellerymaker.com. We look forward to seeing you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Hello, 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 and welcome to Jewellery Maker. It is Saturday and it is an absolute blinding day so far. We're talking the perfect recipe for getting those elegant looks to your collection, to your designs. It's adding in pearls, and we are introducing some of the biggest deals, some huge opportunities this evening, some absolute Brahmas. When it comes to pearls, I don't think there's many places like us. In fact, I can't find anywhere that quite competes to just what we can provide to you. And the provision is all about the quality, the luxury, the guarantee of genuine pearls. We're talking about guaranteeing that these are freshwater pearls. We're giving you that confirmation. Plus, on top of that, just dive bombing on the prices to make them as affordable as possible. And when you go to the high street and you look at jewellery that's pre-made with luxury pearls, you pay the price. But with us, you can design your own jewellery with pearls and you can make it affordable, whether you're gifting yourself or whether you're gifting somebody else to pearls. This is a real special treat. And today's must-have, we are talking about totally natural multicolour pearls. The real deal multi-colour pearls, guaranteed. An amazing prospect in store for you. We're talking about the peach blossoms, we're talking about blush tones, natural colours of pearls. Absolutely exquisite quality. That's today's must-have, but we've got lots of extra treats, including a brand new gemstone that I've never introduced to you before. Ooh, like we're going to tell you about it. I'm just going to make sure that you're watching because it is a bit of a treat, this one. Now, it's something that I have heard of previously, but I've never ever seen it in what we have in terms of the derivative of such a fine strand. Absolutely glorious. Coming your way, 7 p.m, brand new strand. So if you do want to get something new for your collection, we've got it for you 7 p.m. tonight. But before that, we've decided if you're going to do it on a Saturday night, you do it in a minute. That's what we've decided, because it's 1 minute wonders night tonight. Oh yeah, we're going fast, we're going to go furious, we're going to hit it hard tonight. We are guaranteeing every single deal. We are limited in stock, but we're also limiting the deal to 1 minute. Literally, the clock will be there ticking away for every single deal. The price will come in, the time will tick 60 seconds. Now that's 60 seconds for you to make sure that you're on the phone lines dialing or making sure that you've confirmed on the web. 60 seconds on and gone. So it's going to be fast, it's going to be furious. The first hour is just going to set you up for what we have in store for a mega Saturday evening. It's got to be fast, it's got to be furious. I mean, there's so much going on Saturdays these days. We got to make sure that you stick with us, and the way we do it is bringing you big deal offers, and we start as we mean to go on. We are starting the first deal on, literally on and gone. How do you fancy Tanzanite? A minute to win it on Tanzanite. Well, one of the most collectible gemstones around, one of the most talked about gemstones around, one of the most prized gemstones. Actually, it's the only gemstone that has had its own policy where they want to add it as the 5th top 5 gemstone, because obviously there's only 4 precious gemstones: rubies, emeralds, sapphires and diamonds. To top it off, we've now got Tanzanite, and we're doing it as a minute to win it. Oh, by jingo, do we mean business. Now, this first deal, on and gone, guaranteed that you see it and you like it and you want it. We are absolutely delivering. Take a look at this. We are absolutely... Hang on a minute. We haven't even got the price on yet, Mike. Mike. He's requeuing it. Bring it back. Turn it back. See, you can tell he wasn't listening because I even said 3 times, when the price comes on, that's where the minute starts. Just wasn't listening. He just wasn't listening. I tell you what, it just wasn't there, was he? See, I'm so fast and I'm so on it like that, that he's just, I'm talking too fast. He says I'm talking too fast. We are bringing you here micro-faceted rondelles of Tanzanite, your very own world-leading, world-class gemstones, beautifully faceted to get that world-class quality. Colours giving you violets and cornflower blues, luxury opportunities, and I tell you what, we have 19 only, 18 only, 17 only. The price tag. Are you ready, Mike? Mike, my director. Are you ready? Now, go. The minute is on. A minute to win it. £7.95 is all you pay. Now, obviously, while we're sat, absolutely guaranteeing a sellout on this first deal at £7.95. There's somebody else sat beside me who we need to say hello to. We have got the wonderful Jill Doll joining us this evening. Hello, lovely lady. I knew you were there. It's just that we decided that we knew that we needed to whip up a storm with our first deal before we said hello, because we have got some big deals tonight, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
And the kits that you've got, sublime.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Really like them.
The interesting part about it is that very much ticking your category of with the seed beads, but introducing pearls to give that real subtle impact of luxury as well.
Yes. A real luxury feel to them.
Yeah, isn't it? Big price deals on tonight's kits, really big deals. Just like this one, giving you a taster of what we've got going on tonight. It is an on and gone guaranteed opportunity. Now you've got a flavour, just a little flavour of what we have in store this Saturday evening. Now you know you can't look away. You've got to be with us for the rest of the evening. Next up, we have got for you one of the most prized gemstones. Do you know that one of the biggest Tanzanian dealers stepped away from Tanzania itself south and came to this gemstone. They now own one of the biggest brands, which is Fabergé as well. And you have got here this luxury gemstone. Why did they step away? Well, I tell you what, because this gemstone has all the lore. Do you know that emerald has price risen for over 15 years without a dip? Emerald has got one of the most consistent price rises in the gem trade, and you've got the luxury of probably one of the most heralded of that last 15 years, one of the most prestigious. And actually, when Fabergé, or as they know, Gemfields, purchased the Zambian mine, well, I'll tell you what the price is. The price is just skyrocketed. And as I say the word skyrocketed, our Becky, my producer, goes, oh, by the way, let's plummet the price to $12.95. Yep, we are making big deals happen. Minute to win it. The time is on. Time is ticking away. You've got 45 seconds left to confirm on this deal. Now, obviously, we know that there's a lot of people who will go, 45 seconds is enough for me to process my call. Don't worry. What we need is within the next minute, or as it is now, half a minute, you just need to be dialing. We just need to see that you're registering. Join us on the web at JewelleryMaker.com on and gone deals, but you have got the guarantee that this is yours as long as you stay on the phone lines. As long as you check out your basket on the web, this deal is yours. Yours for the taking. One of the most illustrious gemstones from one of the finest locations, and a price tag that really does make a huge difference. $12.95. Final 5 seconds, and this is it. Your final chances to secure this luxury of colour, a defining gemstone of the last 15 years, and you've got it. Congratulations. Straight on we go. We're going to plough through these deals to another. Whoa. Now this is a strand of distinction. Wow. Wow. Now that is worthy of that strand of distinction. Strand of distinction comes with a little card, and it comes with that little bit of a seal of approval for this deluxe grade of gemstone strand. So it comes with the card. The card's free of charge, but it's just almost just an added label of hierarchy to the quality of what you're in ownership of. And you have got here 3x2 mil, graduated in size. Actually, not graduated in size, faceted in 3x2s. Wow, look at how crisp and clear that quality of stone is. These are absolutely magnificent. I mean, if you're going to work with these, I mean, you've got pearls tonight coming out of your ears. You're going to have pearl deals. So with that in mind, you just want something to just dance in the light alongside the pearlescence. You want something to almost pierce the brilliance and sparkle, to release more quality of pearl. Well, this is a gemstone that certainly will do that. This is a great strand if you like to seed bead as well alongside. Whoa! Again, the deal is on. Straight to it with a minute to win it. £9.95 is all you pay. Would go really well seed beads, wouldn't it?
That'd be lovely, and obviously because they're going to draw the light in, it'll make those seed bead colours really come out.
I think the nicest thing about this kind of gemstone is that it's a real canvas stone. It works so well against other backdrops, doesn't it? If you've got colour, you've got something that'll just instantly intensify. If you've got seed beads that have got a little bit of glitz and glamour, this will intensify that. Yeah. I think it's a real enhancer to all of the stones, and actually to findings as well.
Absolutely. I mean, you should have it in your collection anyway, because it's just a nice staple gemstone to have, and it does go with everything.
It's a really good turn to, isn't it? Anybody who's just getting started, these are the kind of strands that you will guarantee that you will use and better use. 10 seconds left for $9.95. Your minute to win it. Final 30 chances left is all we've got. 30 chances. Congratulations to Hazel. I've got buys in Surrey, Norfolk, Anglesey. Congratulations to East Lothian. Everybody pays the final price tag. We're literally just ploughing through these deals to give you as many opportunities. Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep that strand out of the clear quartz just to show you what I mean by how well it works. Alongside this gemstone, what you're going to see here for me is just gemstones almost meeting in that perfect yin to yang. I mean, contrast in one way because you've got purity of the ice whites from the clear quartz and richness from the Iolite, but actually such a cohesive quality, just works and blends. And Mother Nature, if you think about it, you know, especially if you go these days, you know, especially in this weather, the English country garden, where you've got some of the most intense colours, which are normally, you know, meant to be kept apart. You don't put orange with this colour and you don't put blue with it. But in in Mother Nature, there's no right and wrong. Literally, you can cut a myriad of colours and they just transcend into beauty. And I think that this is just that, Mother Nature's qualities of gemstones that can work so well together. This is the Iolite singularly, but put it together. I mean, you've almost got a nautical quality to the whites and the blues here with the Iolite. The blues of the violets and those rich cornflower tones absolutely working their socks off. If you've got the clear quartz, this is going to be an add it to your order deal. One postage and packing for the whole day. You've just bought the clear quartz for $9.95. Let's make it even more of a deal to give you as an add it to your order. 1p&p, yep, you paid your postage and packaging, now you're adding to your order for a mere £7.95. Faceted qualities that you have of your rondelles. Nice arrangement of 3x2 to 5x3, so these would be very complementary to the clear quartz in size. And I do think that there's that richness in Iolite. You know, Iolite doesn't have a grading system like Tanzanite does, but if it did, then this would sit within that higher level of maybe a AAA grade depth of colour. And it's depth of colour that you would grade Tanzanite, just as with Iolite, because these gemstones are very similar indeed. You would have that AAA intensity. It's got that richness, that intense quality about it. And you've got a deal there. It's an add it to your order deal, $7.95. Minute to win it ticks over. You've got just shy of 5 seconds left. There you go. 5 seconds from now to pick up the phone. As long as you're on the lines, we'll process your call. Don't hang up. We'll make sure we process your call as fast as we possibly can. Web buys, you've got to check out your basket to guarantee that you don't miss out. Next up, we have got for you, have you got a night out planned? Are you going out anywhere in the next couple of months? Have you got anything planned? Have you got perhaps a little shindig? Have you got some kind of little, you know, glitzy, glamorous party? And if you don't, I'll tell you what, make one happen. Make one happen, because this is the strand that says, I'm ready for a party. This is the strand that says, come and jazzle up that look. Wow, wow, wow. Anybody got a party? Jill, have you got a party in planned?
Yeah.
You've got a party? Right.
Well, I'm going to a party, yeah.
This is the kind of party look, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And I think the thing is that sometimes, and I'm a great advocate of wearing quite plain outfits, but really jazzing up with my jewellery. And normally with my jewellery, I'm quite simple. I keep things very plain. But actually, on an evening, sometimes it's really nice to have a bit of wow from one piece of jewellery, isn't it?
Yeah, and to keep it nice and simple as well, but get a high impact from it.
Yeah. And I think especially when we've got pearls as our main feature within today, I think pearls against this kind of intensity of lustre. I mean, that's just sheer 1920s glamour with you've got... Could somebody just grab me a strand of just nice... Em, would you just grab me the pearls from the first kit? Yeah. Oh. Up the top. Oh. Up here, on the top of the box. Ah, that's it, chick. I know, so many pearls, so little time. Thanks, gorgeous. I just want to show you, so these are the pearls that are coming up within our first kit today. But I just want to show you, see what I mean by that 1920s glamour, that instant influence that you get from the lustre of the black spinel, and then the elegance of the pearl. It almost intensifies the pearlescence, but the pearlescence glamorizes the lustre of the black spinel. Love that compliment. Ready for an evening out? Oh, I'm ready for an evening out. Look, you're saving some serious dosh there. You could be buying yourself 2 or 3 daiquiris with the kind of savings you're making. The price tag that you should be paying on these, easily we should be heading towards £20. What, minimum of £14.95 in my mind, minimum, because of the size of the strand. Of course, we're talking graduated size, 5x4 all the way up to 8x3. That's the centerpiece that you're looking at now. Big quality look and really, really, really elegant for an evening out. But actually, sometimes I think it really works on a daytime when you've got perhaps just a really simple outfit for a day. I wear quite a lot of vest tops, you know, wear vest tops and trousers and just very simple looks. Sometimes you just need something a little bit more singing, don't you, in your jewellery? Yeah,
I mean, you want it to stand out. I mean, that's why you're wearing jewellery, so it stands out.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I don't think you need to use a whole strand of something like this.
No.
You could use it as almost a centerpiece to perhaps a simple black cord and just use one of those, or perhaps you could work it on a piece of chain, you know. Oh, time's up, too busy talking. I was too busy talking there. £9.95 is all you pay on that deal. Congratulations. Next up, you're going to get a lot for your money here. Wow. Oh, you're going to get a lot for your money. A lot for your lolly. That's what you've got here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Nice. All pear shapes. Now I'm just going to do this. Hang on a minute. Let me do this. I'm going to pick this one up first because they're all different. So I just want to show you the variety. So there's a pear. A beautiful, that's a gorgeous moonstone. That's got to be Sri Lankan moonstone just by the beautiful schiller that it has. So you've got a gorgeous pear shape like this, but if I drop that one and then pick up this gorgeous, way, hello there. I don't know whether I can get hold of it and whether they're spring, because these are spring loaded. I'll hold it in my fingers. There you go. What about this one for Iolite? That's nice, isn't it? And then you've got, say for something like this, you've got your Peruvian opal. And then you've got something like, perhaps you're going to talk about the beauty of amethyst. So this is a full bundle that brings you a whole variety of pear shapes. Now I will tell you, I have a feeling that this might be the fact that you're not fighting against the time here, you're going to fight against the quantity. I don't reckon, especially because these bundles are so well received. We've got less than 40. Now you think to yourself 40 was a decent quantity, but with these kind of bundles, I mean we can sell triple figures in a heartbeat. So it really is a case of see it, want it and go for it. Forget the minute, forget that minute, and just know you're against quantity. $9.95 is all you pay. You're up against quantity as much as you are against time on this deal, especially when you've got so many different derivatives of the pear shape. And because you've got so many different options, it means you've got loads of different jewellery styles. Whether you're going to do a nice, perhaps a beautiful charm style bracelet with a bit of movement from the different, maybe you're going to do single pendants, just one pendant. I mean, many of these pieces that I've got here could hold themselves very nicely as a single pendant. You know, look at the size of that one. I mean, that's a fantastic piece. All of them have got the different varieties of drill holes or non-drill holes, so everything's different. I think they're all pretty much drill hole. This one's drill holed at the top, across the top. So you've got a variety of workability as well. All yours for the taking. Look at this. You've got 10 seconds. I don't know whether it's going to be quantity or whether it's going to be time, but what I do know is that we've just got 5 seconds left. £9.95. Congratulations, Susan, Gillian, congratulations. You've got yours. Everybody will pay the final low price. Oh, I just saw a gorgeous rose quartz there. Oh, that's a pretty one. Oh my gosh, that's amazing, that one. Oh, look at that one. Oh, you're going to have a field day with this one. Look at that. That's a beauty, isn't it? Beauty. Congratulations if you got those. They're lush. Really love those. That's blinding for under £10. Right, let's go to... Oh, I can see a gorgeous ring. Oh, I'll have this. Now, if my kids were watching, I would guarantee 100% they'd say Mummy's colour, because this is the colour I rant and rave about. Whenever we talk about, you know, with I've got younger children, we have to talk about what's your favourite colour. If you know, if you can't have that colour, what's your other favourite colour? And I only ever choose one colour. Turquoise is my all-time favourite. Ocean blue's my favourite colour. Wow, is this going to be a hot rock for your collection? Oh, I love this ocean turquoise. Amazonite can be such a tropical colour. Sometimes heading towards almost powder blues. Some Amazonite, and of course this is natural Peruvian Amazonite, can really capture a tropical quality of colour. I love this colour. You wait till you get this home, you are going to be just thinking, why did I not buy 3 or 4 of these to make a whole suite of jewellery? And the size of this piece is perfect for a suite of jewellery. Great for a centrepiece on the hand. You can see there the 18 by 13 works beautiful for the full flanks of the finger. But actually you could take that and sit it right on the décolletage. You could actually work these beautifully into a pair of drop earrings. You could really make this work. You may well be inclined to get 5, and if you buy 5 you could also do a real strong cuff style bracelet with that. It's a great size, this one. This is the kind of size that'll really work its socks off. Absolutely fabulous. I'd buy 5. I'm not exaggerating by the fact I'd buy 5 for the whole suite. 1 for the hand, 1 for the wrist, 1 for the neckline, and 2 for a pair of earrings. At this price tag, you can afford to make a real hit for the colour, and you're going to make a full suite of jewellery that is never going to look like it's the centrepiece is $6.95. I mean, that does not have the qualities of colour that would be classified as under £10, let alone at £6.95. 35 seconds remaining on this minute to win it deal at £6.95. If you do fancy joining us and you've already bought from us today, great news is that you're adding to your order. It's one postage and packaging that's here for the whole day. So that's your deal. If you've already bought, maybe you joined us at 8 o'clock this morning, 12 o'clock this afternoon, 3 o'clock this afternoon, whenever you joined us, you've paid your postage and packaging, now you keep on adding. All the way through till midnight tonight, you've got an open opportunity to keep on adding. We're with you live until 10. Oh, this is going to be a sellout. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, forget the timer. Take the timer away. That is a sellout deal. Loving that one. Straight away, that was going to be a hard-hitting deal. Okay, that was a sellout deal, and that's the way it is. We did say it to you, just because it's a minute to win, it doesn't necessitate that you have a minute to guarantee. This is quantity-based as well as it is anything else. We can't sell something that we've sold out of. That's why that timer has just ticked away, but actually it wasn't the time we were up against. That was quantity-based sellout there. Congratulations, you got this. Oh, I had a friend talking about just this thing. Literally about 3 days ago, I had a conversation, and we were talking about different styles of charms, and we were talking about how you could personalize your charms, because she had a beautiful bracelet, heart-shaped charm, and we were talking about how she was going to make it personal and she was going to get it engraved. And then I suggested perhaps she did a little bit more than that. Well, this would be a perfect little bit more, because can you see how it's almost got a bezel setting? Can you see how you've got a setting there? Oh yeah, you can see that better. Can you see how is the word divot, is that the word?
I thought that was more of like a small hole. Is
Yeah.
it?
So what's this one called then? When it's a larger drop surface. What's that called then?
Could it be a bezel?
Bezel. Yeah, I thought bezel, but a bezel. Either way, you can see there. I think once it's a fallen piece of jewellery, it would be a surround of a bezel. But actually here, you've got that drop. So you've got a layer, and then you've got this edging. And because you've got the edging, you could actually, perhaps you're going to put something inside. You could perhaps use one of your different additional details, whether it's cerulean, you perhaps could use the likes of, I've used polymer clay, I've also used enamel. I've got a lot of those kind of things that I like to use with these kind of pieces and charms. So you have got this, but it's classified as a connector because you've actually got a hole at the top and a hole at the bottom. So you have got this resin, as Mike's suggesting, my director, he's suggesting that this could be resin. It's sterling silver. And the reason I said that like that is because I heard the price tag, and I wanted to make sure Becky understood this was sterling silver before she did a price tag of £3.95. £3.95. Have you ever been to a charm shop, very well-known charm shop, with £3.95 in your hand? What do you walk out with? You probably walk out being laughed at for £3.95. Genuinely, I don't know anywhere that would suggest precious commodities like sterling silver in a beautiful feature heart. Now, if you go in, is it real silver? You've got the seal of approval. The 925 represents 92.5% pure silver, and that's what you get from sterling silver. So the representation of silver in the jewelry industry is that it's based on the ratio of pure silver to then composite. And so 92.5%, so it's 92.5% pure silver, then has the guarantee that it has that level of sterling silver. You can go up to something like 99.9, which is actually Britannia silver, but that would be exceptionally soft. It wouldn't be jewellery worthy because it'd be too soft. So the reason that we have 92.5% pure silver, and then we add in the copper and the other additions of alloys, is because we want to strengthen it. So sterling silver is a strengthened metal from the additional alloys that go inside the pure silver, and it's about workability, it's about wearability as well. So that's why you have the 925 stamp on the back, because that's the representation of guaranteed sterling silver. Right, straight on we go. I can't remember where that came from. Oh, hang on a minute, I can put it back. Yeah, I'm putting it back. Look at me tidying up after myself and everything. Right, let's go straight. Oh. Right, so let me just explain. So before you see this, there's something you might not know. So in the gem trade, according to the Gemological Institute of America, there are 3 different types of gemstone form, and they're type 1, type 2 and type 3. Now type 1 is where they are totally devoid of any inclusions, so you would not find inclusions in them. Topaz, you've got the likes of smoky quartz, but in the quartz family, smoky quartz is the only type 1. So type 1 means guaranteed devoid of inclusions, perfectly clear. You expect them to be totally clear. Then you go to type 2. Now type 2 is that you expect to find inclusions inside. So you have an expectancy that you will find some kind of inclusion inside the gemstone. And there's quite a lot of gemstones sit within that, rubies and sapphires, etc. The rest of the quartz family, including this gemstone. So I'm going to say this is a type 2. You expect to find inclusions. You will never guess. You will never ever guess that this is a type 2. Does this look like a type 2 gemstone? Look at how clear it is. That's clearer than most type 1 stones. That is absolutely crazy clarity. The crystal form. Now you have to talk about the crystal form, and what we're talking about here in the gem trade, crystal form means openness. Openness to a lack of inclusions means brightness of bouncing light, and that's what you've got here. Open crystal, breathtaking, and yet so unlikely, absolutely totally unlikely to have this kind of clarity. Now I'm going to show you all 4 of these, because I don't want you to think that I've picked up one and chosen the best clarity and the rest of them are going to be milky or hazy or with some type of thing. Oh no, that is absolute crystal clear gemstones. Crikey, that's impressive, isn't it?
It is beautiful. You'd have to put it with the strand we had right at the beginning.
Yes.
Yes.
And then create something around it where you've got the dazzle of the fact. Yes, I like that idea. Yeah, you've got here something startling. I mean, absolutely magnificent. What are you going to do? I mean, is this going to be a feature for the hand? Is this going to be a feature for the finger? Is this going to be a feature for the neckline? You know, standing proud on a nice, perhaps claw prong set style. You've got something really special here. Concave cut pear shapes of perfect clarity. I mean, stop a moment and think to yourself, you've got 4 at £19.95. You could sell one piece of jewellery for the same price tag of all 4 of these, and you could just be quids in. You know, 3 could be just you embracing and treating yourself. Sell one at £20 and you've made your money back. That's an absolute breathtaking showstopper of a stone. That really is testament. Now obviously, because of how clear and open it is, I would suggest that you could get a certificate of authenticity to guarantee that these are genuine gemstones, and I think that that's because they are so clean, they are so clear, that you need to have the proof that they're real. You need to have the proof that these are genuine gemstones. They are the absolute real deal. Okay, you've got less than 10 available single. Oh, is it going to be quantity? Is it going to be a quantity sellout, or is it going to be a timer sellout? Oh, it's the same. Literally, it feels like we're doing somewhere. 5 left, 5 left, 5 left. Oh, literally, that was quite exciting. It felt like I was at the races there. I bet you on 5 left, 5 left. We've got 10 seconds left, 5 seconds left. That was very exciting. That will be a sellout deal. Congratulations. That's Brahma. £5 they were each. Absolutely huge. Let's go to another treat for you, and let's take you to, well, I guess what can only be classified as probably a piece that's ready to go, something that you can really make the most of. Now, I'm just going to give it a little polish, because the beautiful quality of this is in the grade of the sterling silver. Check this out. Look at how reflective that silver work is. Oh, hang on a minute, I have got the bail upside down. Let me just make sure I hold it like that. There we go. I mean, you might be inclined to see this and perhaps do a little bit of engraving, adding something personal to this, maybe initials, perhaps it's a date of birth of maybe your children, or maybe it's going to be a remembrance piece. You know, I've got a lot of my family who now wear a piece of jewellery in memory of my nana. You know, a piece of jewellery that wasn't my nana's, but actually is worn in her honour, worn with her as in memory of her. And perhaps this is something, perhaps you're going to put, maybe you could put the name of somebody on the front and maybe a little personal message on the back, you know, something that is just, you know, your personal touch to your jewellery. And I think, you know, the nice part about this is that the work's already been done, hasn't it? The work's really been done. It's a big look as well. It's sterling silver that you have here, 22mm, quality look. Minute to win it at under £10. Have to remind you, I mean, if you want to keep it simple, we do some amazing chains. So if you want to add a chain and then perhaps get, you know what I would do? I'd buy 2 chains. I'd have an 18-inch chain and I'd go for maybe a 30-inch chain, and I'd just swap them so that on daytime with my little vest tops and things, I'd be wearing it on my shorter neckline, and then I'd put this on a longer chain and I'd put it to you know, midriff size. The size is going to facilitate that, isn't it? Guys, I'm going to put it up against my dress just so you can see. Can you see how the size that's going to work on a longer 30-inch chain? That's going to look really nice, isn't it? And it's got enough weight to it, so it's really going to give you that quality look. And that's up there, but that could be looking just as good. 10 seconds left. That's all we've got. 10 seconds left. You've got a great look here, sitting with that, perhaps that personal touch if you want to give it to the heart design to the centre. Free phone number that you're dialing. Join us on the web if you prefer. $9.95 is all you pay. Huge congratulations if you got that deal. Right. I cannot believe that we're about to do this deal. Yes, I did. We are genuinely going to do something extra special for you. With this quality of richness, this gemstone sits as probably the most sought after blue gemstone on the planet. Forget your sapphire. Sapphire is actually, it's often diffused to be the blue that you expect it to be. This gemstone, totally natural and coming from one of the finest places in the world. We genuinely are going to give you the very finest, all the way from the Himalayas. We're talking about Nepalese kyanite. And this is the real deal. If you probably went to most jewellery professionals and asked them to rate their natural blue gemstones, they would not put sapphire at the top. I'll guarantee they would not choose sapphire, because sapphire is truly not normally a real royal blue. Sapphire is a multicolourable gemstone. I mean, lots of people don't know that. Lots of people think that sapphires only come in one colour and that's blue, but that's just not the case. And actually what's interesting about sapphire is that when you go to your local jeweller shop, 99% of blue sapphire that sits in your jewellery shops at the moment will be treated to some degree, whether it's diffused to be blue, whether it's heated to be blue, whether it's dyed to be blue. The quality of what we identify as blue sapphire is actually, to the predominance, not really a genuine blue gemstone. It looks beautiful, but it's not the real deal. It's not nature taking course of the blue. It's the real deal of blue that you want for your collection. And therefore, to the gem trade, for people like myself who've worked in the industry for a very long time, if you say to most of us, name me the finest natural blue gemstone, I will guarantee they will talk about this. Kyanite, one of the most distinguished natural blue stones on the planet. And if you're going to go to one place for kyanite, you go to Nepal. You go to the finest location, and Nepal is introducing us to some of the most distinguished colours. Now, there are certain parts of Nepal, in particular in the Himalayas, that really are bringing out the most intense shades of blue. Little pockets are coming out from this location where, quite simply, it's blues like we've never experienced before. And actually it's sometimes not just blue, there's quite a lot of green kyanite coming from the ground these days as well. But indeed this gemstone is renowned, world-class leading, not for green, but for this royal blue, natural royal blue. And you've got that richness, you've got that regality captured in these wonderful wheels. And what I love about this strand is that they are stacked against each other. You know, wheels are literally side by side kissing each other, and they have that almost kissing one another stacking quality. This is a full feature strand, and I like the fact that they look great when they're sat together, but if I just separate them, they still hold their light, they still hold their colour. You don't suddenly find the colour dissipating because the gemstones are separated. And in fact, you know, going back to the idea of this being a pearl weekend, this is a gemstone that would look magnificent layered alongside pearls. One pearl, one wheel, one pearl, one wheel, and you could almost imagine that consistency of the luxury of the pearlescence and then the regality of the blues that come from this colour of kyanite, especially in the wheels, because I think the wheels work really well against other gemstones. Just slice colour into a design and you've got that slice of richness, that slice of intensity, but it's totally natural beauty that you have in this strand. Fully stacked strand of 8 centimetres of your very own kyanite, and it's all yours for the taking. 75 carats in total, and all for one price tag. If we can get it under literally, I was about to say if we can get this under 20, we'll be doing well. But forget that today. It is a Saturday Super Saver deal. Saturday Super Saver deal. Yeah, I think we should have a Saturday Super Saver deal, shouldn't we? Saturday Super Saver deal. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Saturday Super Saver deal. Yeah. That was just a quick inversion. That was just coming with lots of jingles. This is it. That's my jingle. I'll keep on coming up with them as we go through the night. I mean, I'm now struggling. I mean, I was thinking, I even started singing the EastEnders tune in my head, thinking, can you actually make an EastEnders? Why would I do that? Why would I even do that? No idea, so I shan't. £14.95 for your Saturday Super Saver deal. Yeah! $14.95 is all you pay. 34 number is what you're dialing, or alternatively you can join us at JewelleryMaker.com. One postage and packaging, don't forget, for the whole day, so max out on that deal. A real treat and a half for that royal natural blue. Absolute treat. That is your Star by Saturday Saver deal. Right then, let's go to... Well, if you want one gemstone to be real blue and you want one gemstone to be really green, I think you go here for the green. I think this is a perfect summer colour for your collection. Chrysocolla. Do you know this is a huge gem in the jewellery houses at the moment? Have you seen the blue book that Tiffany's have brought out? Have you seen the likes of Van Cleef & Arpels colour collection at the moment? All very inspired by these kind of colours, but also these gemstones. Chrysocolla is a really hot hitting gemstone. Another gemstone at the moment that is absolutely massive is Aquapraise. Aquapraise is huge at the moment. One of the biggest revelations in the JCK Jewelry Fest that happened in Vegas about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, was Aquapraise was announced as the biggest hot gemstone of the time. And Aquapraise sits in these very similar colour tones, an amazing brand new gemstone. A friend of mine actually found the gemstone. He's an amazing, his name's Yanni, and he found the gemstone. He sourced gemstones for, well, just shy of 45 years, and within that 45 years he's managed to find lots of different gemstones, but the first gemstone that has never been found before is Aquapraise. And Yanni, who's a very good friend of mine, as I say, he's thrilled thrilled that, you know, he now has that, and he's always searched for gemstones to have that label of knowing that he's found a gemstone. And yeah, aquapraise is a very special treat, and aquapraise sits within this same derivative of Chrysocolla colours. It has that same power, and as I say, when you've got some of the biggest brands, and you know, at the JCK, you've got some of the biggest brands talking about these colours and working with these gemstones. Tiffany's did it maybe about 2 years ago perhaps, in their blue book, all about the ocean, and they created a beautiful palette of colour with this type of gemstone. But instead of it being the very Tiffany-esque, you know, cut to an exacting shape, etc., what they actually did was leave it very free flowing. And these days the jewelry houses of some of your biggest icons, you know, your very big names, Place Vendôme, Golden Triangle, you know, Bond Street, some of the biggest names are not actually sitting within the boundaries of the conformist shapes. What they're trying to do is embrace nature, embrace the natural shape of a gemstone and make the most of it. So these are absolutely perfect to that jewelry house quality. You've got the look. Chrysocolla, a real treat and a half for collectors. This really is a gemstone of the moment for anybody who wants to create their very own jewelry house quality in terms of design and style. This is a gemstone that hits absolutely nails, in fact, the jewelry house look of the moment. A treat and a half, because these are big as well. They're 11 by 9 to 17 by 14, so we're talking about sizable impact as well. You know, you only need one, and you know, that's the thing about jewelry houses, that they're great with how they create their wonder. And normally it's with one feature gemstone, a significant centerpiece. You only need one, and you've got that powerhouse of color, that tropical wonder from this Chrysocolla strand. 18 centimeter strand, a luxury combination, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. You've got what, guaranteed 13 on the strand that I've got, so let's say the average is 13. A real impressive look. And the time is ticking. You've got 5 seconds left, and it's yours for the taking. 30-day money back guarantee. Of course, the time is ticking away, and you're going, oh, it's a lot, that's very quick to make a decision. Well, the good news is you've got a 30-day money back guarantee, which gives you the freedom that says if it isn't right, you send it back, your money goes back into your account. No questions asked. No questions asked on that returns policy. Congratulations if you got that. Let's go straight on. Oh, here's another talking point for your jewellery design. Oh, I need a pair of earrings. Oh, I like these. Oh, I just need a pair of drop earrings. All you need is a shepherd hook and one of the, oh, I love the, is that all we've got? Okay, forget the timer. This is quantity-based opportunity. You cannot afford to miss out on this deal. You're getting 2 for 1 price tag. These are your 12mm drill hole. Now I'm going to show you the drill hole because the drill hole is pretty epic. It's going to give you plenty of opportunity to perhaps use with cord or thread. Perhaps you're going to add with your leather and just have one single bead sitting on the wrist. That's how I would wear it. I just put one on the wrist. Just like that, you know, on a leather cord or that kind of look. Stay there, you. There. So I would just wear it like that, just one single bead. Because the funkiness about this is that it's got such an amazing texture to the surface, hasn't it? This is amazing. This is USA turquoise. I mean, obviously they're ore mining when they find turquoise, so I wonder if that's where this texturing's coming from. Gorgeous look. I've never seen anything quite like it before. It's pretty cool, isn't it? And it's yours for the taking. I've not seen these before. If you do want to join us on these, we're looking at essentially bringing together genuine turquoise, so it's genuine turquoise coming together and then sat into this design. So absolutely magnificent look. You've got here a real treat and a half. Reconstituted turquoise, which means bringing together into this shape. Looking amazing. £24.95 is all you pay. If you haven't already got a phone in your hand, I would recommend that you do so with immediacy so you don't miss out. The deal that you have here, 2 for £24.95. A real treat. What an incredible, okay, that is 20 seconds only. That is all we've got, pardon me, 20 seconds gone. That means you've got, oh, well, actually actually, let's say it now, half a minute left to pick up the phone. Join us on the web on this deal. 2 for £24.95. I mean, if you think about it, it's what, £12.50 for a centerpiece for the neckline that's going to look this good. Maybe for the wristwear, making that your focal point. It is a real treat to get turquoise. Anybody who's planning the end of the year for their jewellery designs, turquoise, of course, December's birthstone, so a really nice treat if you're looking for that one centre stone as a gift for perhaps somebody's birthday or for somebody's Christmas gift. Final chances, time is up on that deal, so congratulations if you got that. That's a bit of a Brahma, isn't it? Right then, we're going to my arm's not even long enough. My arm is not even long enough to be able to hold it up and you still be able to see it. That's a heck of a strand, isn't it? That's impressive. That is a full 98 centimetres. Yep, 98 centimetres of amazing quality. Did you know that when you did that, that's actually your height? That's your height. Did you know that? From your finger to your finger, that's your height. Right?
Okay.
Did you know that that is your foot?
Oh, I knew that one.
Aha, that's the size of your foot. Now I've got my flip-flops on today because I forgot to put my shoes in the car. Right? I know. So I was going to do it and then I suddenly thought that's not probably an attractive thing to do on television. Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, I'll put my flip-flop. Look, there's my flip-flop. Ta-da! You see? Huh? There you go. Listen, Mike's going, I can't be right. Your flip-flop's bigger than your foot. No, honestly. There you go. Just a random fact on that one. I don't know. Oh, but I was thinking, how did I get on that conversation? It's because I did this, didn't I? Measuring the whole 98 centimetres. I mean, it is almighty. But what's amazing is it's 98 centimetres of really great quality of amethyst. And if I just hold it and I'll just show you, you know, this would look great with that clear quartz that we did earlier on. You know, just the subtlety of getting some of the green tones against that crystal clear of the clear quartz. These are lovely tonal additions to your gemstone jewellery. Again, this is just adding that delicacy of tone, but without it being misty or hazy inside, because you've got that clarity within the quartz. It really still delivers a sparkle and a splendour, a real treat from this green amethyst strand. This is a lovely opportunity to get a lot for your money, and I think what's nice about this is that if you're getting started in jewellery making and you don't know where to get started and you've never done it before, simple stretchy bracelets or simple bracelets that can look like this, and you can stack them maybe 2 or 3-fold, they're going to look great and you'll have made it. But then, because of our welcome pack, and our welcome pack is just full of opportunity, and the welcome pack includes project cards, so if you're going, but I don't know how to do that, great news is literally the welcome pack is full of the how-tos. It tells you how to make it, gives you an introduction to the different findings, and when you spend £4.95 or more with us, you will get that welcome pack free of charge if you've never bought from us before. There's the project cards. That's a manual and a DVD that comes as well that gives you step-by-step instruction. The DVDs are an hour long. This is the manual that actually tells you, introduces you to the tools, it introduces you to findings, so the mechanics of the jewellery. Oh, and in the welcome pack you also get 3 free tools as well. I mean, it's extraordinary, isn't it? So with that, if you are getting started, if you spend over £4.95 and get, say for example, this strand, you'll get everything you need, including tools, findings and thread and cord to get started into jewellery making, including the step-by-step instruction of how to make earrings, how to make bracelets, how to make neckwear, and you could do it all from this one strand. From one strand at this price tag, you could be making 5 or 6 different pieces of jewellery. You could be making a nice neckwear piece, matching pair of earrings. I mean, the earrings would look great, wouldn't they? Just a simple drop like that. Add in the tassel, because tassels are very big at the moment. I was at Marbella last weekend, living at large in Marbs. Yeah, those young'uns didn't know what hit them. I was teaching them how to dance. I was like, listen, I'm 41, but I'll show you how to do it. And I was like that, oh yeah. I wasn't in bed, but what did I like? Wasn't in bed before 4 o'clock every night. I showed them. I know, I did very well. Very well. 4 o'clock was the earliest as well. 4 o'clock was my earliest night in bed. And to be honest, it was 4 o'clock because we were helping people on the streets. There was people who just shouldn't have done what they were doing, and so I was just trying to help them. I was just helping them. I was being a mum, and you know when you walk past and you go, oh, but if that was my child, then I'd need to stop that happening. So I was helping them. So 4 o'clock in the morning turned a little bit later because I was heading home at 4 o'clock. Right? And I was like, right, let's just get you sorted. Let's go buy a bottle of water. Let's just make sure you're safe and you're sound. I know. So I was quite late that night because I was doing, my friends who were around me were just like, oh, what's she doing now? It's like, can't leave them though, can you? Got to look after them. Because you know, if it was my daughter, then I'd want somebody to look after them, isn't it? If they're my son, then I'd want to look after, you know. It's right, it's the right thing to do. Just meant that I had a very late night that night. We have got for you an amazing treat for you. Now for me, to take this gemstone and then microfacet it, it's pretty extraordinary what we've achieved. It's almost unthinkable to take a gemstone that has already got so much charisma and then intensify that by giving you microfaceting. But that's exactly what we've done. It is, of course, a store buy. Wowzers. Wowzers. I tell you what, you need a certificate of authenticity on this one. Because I tell you what, this colour, and we've just checked the system, it's totally not. Can you pull that up on my system? Can you show me the specification on the screen, just so I can see if it does it? See if it does it. Hang on, let me just make sure it's. Oh, that's it. Here it is. Look at that. Look at that. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. The colour of this blue, but the colour, that's extraordinary. Totally natural blue. I mean, that's exceptional. That is genuinely exceptional. To get quality of colour maxed out by this microfacet, and obviously this gemstone is already a star based on its beautiful pyrite inclusions that create a starry night quality against the blues. But then to microfacet it, crikey, it is successful. This is a seriously good looking strand of colourful intensity. If I put this on my neckline, you could just see how it just illuminates. I mean, you wouldn't normally take something like Lapis lazuli in such a wow. Oh, hang on. Let's just have a moment with some pearls, right? Just put these together. Right, these are the pearls that are coming up in the kit straight after the break. Oh, shaboom. Oh, I feel like we need to hire a yacht when you've got that kind of colour combination, don't you? I mean, or just like a paddling boat, you know, a shuggy boat. If we can't afford a yacht, I mean, I don't mind a dinghy, but I do think that blue and white, that takes you to the nautical looks, doesn't it? Talking about naughty pricing, nautical. Yeah, I know that was that, but nautical. Do you know what I was trying to do? Failed drastically. However, you knew what I was trying to do. White pearls. Pure white pearls straight after the Blake. Plus we've also got the rose gold finding opportunity. But let's just talk about £6.95. That is an absolute top trump of a colour. Loads of multi-buys on this deal. Loads of people maximising on this opportunity. 1p&p gives you a real chance to be able to. Do you know what I would do? I'd just do a double stranded bracelet, because that colour against the wrist, for me, that just works its socks up. That colour is mighty, isn't it? Mighty, mighty colour. Love that. And it's natural. You know, you've got the proof of the pudding. We've given you the certificate of authenticity that will guarantee that it's natural. The real deal, the power of blue. It is a proper power of blue, isn't it? And it's all yours for the taking. If you haven't already picked up the phone, then now's the time to do so. You will hit a queue because it's very busy. You'll have to be patient with us. It's a free phone number that you're dialing. Your call will be answered in strict rotation. Or you can join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Make sure you're checking out your basket. I can see I've got Hampshire, West Midlands, I've got South Yorkshire, I've also got Herefordshire. You've got to check out to guarantee that you don't miss out. £6.95 and more to come. The pearls straight after the break.
If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2. Or alternatively, you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. It's easy to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 65,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Brand new opportunity. Now, you know me, I love my gemstones. I've got a little bit of a penchant for gemstones, but this is a very big treat because this is the first time. Now then, when you see this gemstone, you might be going, oh, is that tourmaline? Oh, hang on a minute. I've never seen a gemstone like that before. You haven't seen it before. It is brand new. We are launching today in half an hour's time. Literally, set your clock. Make sure that you're tuned in half an hour. In fact, you know what? Just keep watching because we've got the almighty next kit that would go beautifully to complement this strand. It is brand new, introducing you to Sagenitic quartz, an exceptional opportunity. We're sourcing from one of the most luxurious locations for this gemstone in the world. If you went to any of your big gem data information pools, whether that be online, whether that be on books, whether that be you know, perhaps in libraries or maybe even seminars, I will guarantee they will talk about one location for this gemstone. We're talking Eastern Siberia. We're going into probably some of the most unique locations. We're actually heading into the Vitim Plateau to source this gemstone. So we are talking world-leading Sagenitic quartz, absolute Brahma of a launch, and it's half an hour away. Big up, whoop whoop. Jewellery Maker Saturday evening, we are bringing you this. Now, obviously, I know you're going to want that. No pre-order, we haven't got enough around to be able to do this as a pre-order. Live show launch is in half an hour's time. But before that, the next kit, it literally walks hand in hand with this strand. Brand new strand, but how about putting it? These two kits, and they're going to go side by side, these two kits are perfect to match alongside. Perfect. I didn't even mean to do that. I'm just on it today. We have got for you something extra special. I mean, this strand to go alongside these two kits.
Absolutely. It's
stunning,
perfect,
really, isn't
isn't
it? It really is perfect. Perfect. We're going to start with the pearls, because I think if I didn't, because loads of people love the pearls with the lapis lazuli. So if you want the pearls that went with the lapis lazuli, which are then going to go with, of course, our brand new gemstone, brand new strand coming your way. This is how it looks with your rose gold finish on your findings as well. You've got the white pearls, you've got, of course, your rose gold. I'm just going to leave that there for a second, and then I'm going to put it to one side. But remind yourself, 1/2 it's only 20 or so minutes, 25 minutes away max, and this will be launching. It will sell out. Promise me that if you want this strand, that you will be watching, because I promise you one thing, it will be a sellout deal. Fact. And I know that because I've said to the team, right, we should be triple the price tag minimum. We should be triple the price tag on this deal. And how on earth we're doing Russian, Eastern Siberian. I mean, we're probably talking one of the finest locations. The Vitim Plateau is world respected. It's where you can get some of the world's most unique gemstones, the likes of colour change chrysoberyl. We're talking obviously Russian alexandrite. That's the kind of districts and areas that we're talking about. I mean, these are world leading gemstones that now sell for $7,000 to $10,000 per stone, but that's per 25 points. 25 points, and you're talking about $10,000. It's a crazy amount of money, but that's where this location is. That's the kind of quality we're talking about. So if you're looking for this, it'll be a sellout. How many have we got? 104. That's nowhere near enough. I mean, that makes me a little bit disappointed. But you need to be ready for that one. It's coming your way very soon indeed. Before that, though, I'll leave that there. Before that, though, let's bring you the luxury of these iconic ice white pearls. And the nice thing about these pearls is that they really have got that traditional ice white quality about them. They're not the vintage pearls. They're not the blush pearls. They're not the champagne pearls. They are your traditional pearls, aren't they?
Yeah, that's what you think of when you think of a pearl.
Yes, it's interesting that what's lovely about these is that because they have got that ice white purity about them, you've really got that max out of the pearlescence. The sheen, the quality of that pearlescence is pretty magnificent, actually. And I do think that when you've got that intensity of pearlescence, you really do need to have that max out on how you're going to design. And we've given this wonderful combination of the findings, which I guess in some ways can really achieve multiple designs. And you know, going back to the idea of getting started into jewellery making, or perhaps just finding us as a business for working with pearls, what we love to do is really inspire, because the quality of our pearls are so exceptional. We want to inspire by bringing you as many findings as possible. And within this bundle, you've got pretty much everything you could possibly need to get started, from head pins to feather pins. You've also got bolt ring clasps, you've got shepherd hooks, jump rings, spacers, you've got a metre of chain, crimp bead and crimp bead covers all together in this rose gold plated findings pack to work alongside the beauty of these ice white freshwater cultured pearls. Pretty exceptional combination, and especially if you are getting started, this for me is a wonderful introduction of how you can work with pearls and how you can really embrace your genuine gemstones. I don't know where the welcome pack is. Guys, could you just find the welcome pack for me? Just because there's a great project card which you could just literally lift this one kit and literally create that piece of jewellery like that. And actually I think that that's a really exciting prospect when you're just getting started, because when you're getting started, and I'm talking very much on a personal level here because I don't have a huge amount of confidence in jewellery making. I'm not really a natural creative, and I think because if you don't have confidence, you need that step by step. You need somebody to literally hold your hand and go, all you need is, and all you need to do is, and this project card does exactly that. In fact, I'm going to show you all three of the project cards, because with this, you could be making this exact bracelet, but in the rose gold derivative. So you could make this bracelet. Now you get the spacers, I don't know whether you can see them here. You've got the spacers just there. And then you've got the spacers in the actual design itself to break up the pearls. You get the pearls, which are just there. Yep. Then the only other thing you need is the bolt ring clasp. So you've got the bolt ring clasp just there. And I'll show you that. You've got that. And I'll hold it up there. So you've got your bolt ring clasp. That's it. That's your bolt ring clasp. And the only other thing that you need are things like crimp bead covers to lock everything in place, use the mechanics. Everything is there. So you've got the pearls, you've got the spacers, you've got the clasps, you've got the findings, you've got everything you need to make that one project card happen. Now, you might already be into Jewellery Maker, you might already have succeeded in managing to create much more elaborate pieces, but I don't think there's anything more rewarding than a classic pearl piece of jewellery and the compliments that you receive when you've made it. Now, what about if you then take that exact same moment, same findings, same pearls, and you've made the bracelet, but you've got pearls left, you've got more findings left, no problem. You've got another project card that comes free of charge with the welcome pack that then takes you through how to make a beautiful pair of pearl earrings. Now, those ice white pearls in this kit, bang, crash into that pure ice white quality, don't they?
They do.
And against that rose gold, you've got shepherd hooks here, and obviously it's going to show you what do you need. You need a shepherd hook. Well, you're getting a shepherd hook here, so you've got that as part of the kit. You're going to get the shepherd hook, as you can see there, how it works into the design. What else do you need? You also need things like a head pin. You either can use the thicker head pin, but even in this you can also have your featherweight head pins. So you get all of that in this kit. So I guess in some ways what I'm trying to say is that whether you're just getting started, whether you're well and truly on the journey of jewellery making, the nicest part about pearls in a findings pack like this, there's so many different ways of designing, so many different successful pieces of jewellery that you could be creating, and that's all free as part of the welcome pack. But actually, if you're already into jewellery making, of course we're not going to send you that if you've already bought from us before. If you haven't bought from us before, then that is coming free of charge. So that's the great thing, is that step-by-step instruction is all yours. But then this is exactly what I was about to say. Mike, my director, has just absolutely nailed it by showing you this. He said, yes, but then you can do something even more elaborate by adding in the second kit alongside the first kit. You've then got even more opportunity to extend the design of your jewellery making and build upon it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to show us how we make that little rose, so you can build it already, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got here all of the findings and the pearls together. Now hold on to your hats on this deal, because I don't think you're going to guess the price tag. You've got a lot of findings here. Am I right in saying it's 150 findings? 150 findings. That's a lot of jewellery to be had. That's a lot of jewellery to be made, and that would include, this is what I've fought for this for years. Now, I've worked here pretty much from day dot. I think I started about 3 months into the launch of the channel. So I've been here for a long time. And I still fight for the cause of why we classify that as one finding. We classify that little spacer as one finding. But we also classify all of this chain, all of this, as one finding. So I get that's a finding, I get that's a finding, but that's a chain. So what I think it should be is 149 findings and a metre of chain, because that makes sense, doesn't it? Because that's not a finding, that's just an absolute blinding addition to jewellery making that does not classify and equal to a little space of beads like that. Well, that's just what we do, 150 findings, including that metre of chain. And you've got the pearls to go with it. This deal is buy it while we've got it, because you're going to love the price tag. It's a pretty impressive opportunity. How do you fancy all of this look for $11.95? Especially when you start to think about the potential of how much jewellery you can make, how much influence you can have with the luxury of the pearls. And of course, because you have got the chain, you don't need to use all the pearls in one go. You can actually use them as perhaps pendants. You can do charms, you could do loads, because you've got the chain as the addition and plenty of spacer beads. And of course, the head pins, which then gives you the chance to be able to make more and more jewellery, doesn't it?
Yeah, and add things onto your chains with your head pins and everything.
There's so much to be had here. £11.95 is all you pay on this opportunity. If you do want to join us, now is the time to get involved. Of course, picking up the phone is one way. You can join us on the web if you prefer. Everybody pays the final low price. Karen, Michelle, great to have your company in Cambridgeshire. I've got Buys joining us in London and Essex. I've got Janice in the Channel Islands. Congratulations to Alison in Somerset. I've got Buys in Herefordshire, West Midlands, Yorkshire. Barbara's in London. Hi, Barbara. I've got Christina joining us. Hello, Christina. I've got so many people joining us on the lines today, and it's so nice to be able to introduce you to so much for such a little amount of money, because obviously often is the case is the bigger we offer in terms of the bulk of what we offer, you know, the higher the price tag is. That's, I guess that makes sense, doesn't it? But here we're really ploughing in the deal. 150 findings, the luxury of those world-class pearls. And I like the fact that within the pearl designs that you've made here, you've really used the spacer beads, but to almost really highlight the quality of the pearl. You've really given the pearl some space to really be the feature, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice to be able to space your pearls out, because then you'll get to see the lustre of all the pearl rather than just the little bit that you can see on the surface.
I think the nicest part about the designs that you've captured is that the second set of the deal with the space beads are really complementary to the rose gold findings. They really blend beautifully together, don't they?
Yeah, they're lovely.
Yeah,
especially the metallic ones.
I feel like there's a real synergy of elegance within this combination. Massive congratulations if you got that deal. It's still available for £11.95. While stocks last, it's yours for the taking. 150 findings with the rose gold finish. Then on top of that, you've also got that luxury strand of ice white pearls, really creating that feature. Now take that, and you know where that's almost at the first boundary. Now let's take that boundary somewhere else, and by jingo does this work. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you have already fallen in love with the jewellery that Jill's made, because you can't help but see how impressive seed bead work can be when you've got that elegance of colour tone. This is a lovely shading combination, isn't it?
It's lovely. The rose gold and the beautiful pinks and the rose quartz, it's just all...
And do you normally work with this kind of colourway?
Yeah, I love working with your pinks and your purples. They're all my favourite ones.
The nicest part about this is that if I just drop them forwards and perhaps even hold them alongside the rose gold, you can see how complementary the qualities of these colours are. They really work well together, don't they? I mean, they really are consistently elegant. And I'm going to hold up the second lot because I just think the colour... Now, I've talked about this before, but forgive me, I'm going to talk about something that, unless you've watched the film, you won't know what I'm talking about. Steel Magnolias. Have you ever seen the film?
Sorry.
Gorgeous film. Julia Roberts and Dolly Parton. It's about friendship, it's about loss, it's about love, it's about, you know, life moving on and things like that. It's really interesting. So it's called Steel Magnolias. And Julia Roberts' character is getting married. And her mum and her get on very well, but they have, like, you know, they catch at times, you know, as mums and daughters sometimes do, right? And so they're talking in front of these girls, and they're saying, she was talking about her colours of her wedding, and her mum says, her colours, now they're from deep South America, her colours are pink and pink. And then Julia Roberts pipes up, my colours are blush and beigeful. And then she goes, her colours are pink and pink. And the thing is that actually, for me, when I look at these, I go, blush and bashful. This is much more about, can you see what I mean by these tones of the pinks? Whether it be pink and pink or whether it be blush and beigeful, you have got that beautiful palette of pinks. And then we introduce another shade of pink with the rose quartz, blush and beigeful all together. You've got here this wonderful arrangement of pinks that complement again with the first part of the kit with the rose gold findings and the pearls. It's such a blending of beautiful elegance, I think. And I think your resulting jewellery really captures that. It really does embrace that, especially with the floral intonation that you've given it.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to make roses because there's rose quartz, so it's obvious.
Nice.
Yeah, just incorporated them into all the pieces.
The nicest part about it is that, I guess, for those who are just getting started into seed beading, I presume that you can kind of take a little bit of something from every part of what you've done. Whether you're going to teach us obviously how to make the rosebud part, and if we just keep that as a signature to perhaps things like the earrings and the bracelet, and then, you know, maybe along the lines we then go on to the bigger flower, and, you know, we give a little bit more of a serious hit. But this is just fabulous. Look at this colourway. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I can imagine this being really successful in loads of different pieces of jewellery. I can imagine you getting loads out of this. You know, not just from one piece of jewellery, but over and over again. The reward of these colours are just going to keep on working. £17.95 is all you pay for this combination. So you're going to get 3 lots of tubes of your seed beads that include your Miyuki tones of your pink and pink blush, pink beigeful, and then on top of it you've also got your rose quartz. So you've got your galvanised light beige seed beads in your 11s, you've got your transparent pink luster seeds in your 8s, plus on top of that you've got your bronze seed beads in 11s. So that's all together rose quartz in your faceted R2 mil. Very, very complimentary combination and very well received. This price tag, absolutely nailing that price tag at £17.95. We're hammering these deals for you today, and of course as a compliment, when you've got all of this together, and we're talking what, just shy of £30, or yeah, just shy of £30, you've got a real treat and a half. Congratulations if you've got a phone in your hand. 1 postage and packaging, and you can add to your order as many times as you like. Everybody will pay the final low price with us, and that's £17.95 for that wonderful seed bead deal. Right, so you're going to take us through the floral rosebud. Are we working with just one, the same size? Are we just working with these ones?
Yes, it's just going to be a size 11, yeah.
All the 11s. Okay, let me just show you the 11s like so. And then at least we know what we're working with. So these are the 11s. Now with seed beads, 11s, the higher the number, the smaller they are. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. So for anybody who's watching going, okay, so 8s are big. No, 8s are, yeah, it varies. 8 is actually how many seed beads fit into an inch. So 8 will fit into an inch for the 8s. 11 seed beads will fit into an inch with the 11. So that's why they're smaller. So the higher the number, the smaller the seed bead. So we're working with 11s. Can we work with? Could we work with a bigger size?
Yeah.
Would it have the same capacity to impact?
Yep, it would work with them. Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so that's good. So if we can choose whether we want to, especially if we're getting started, sometimes the 11s getting started is quite difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, they can be a little bit fiddly.
Okay, so we can work with the bigger and work down.
Work down, yes.
Okay, but you're going to show us.
Yes.
So how do we get started?
Okay, so you need to get yourself some beading thread. I'm using some KO, but your wildfire or your fireline, anything that you've got will work.
Okay.
So it's just what you've got. I've got a size 12 beading needle. The size 10 will go through the seed beads. It's when we use the rose quartz, you're going to need a thinner needle, so the 12 goes through there.
Okay.
So to start with, I've just got 5 of my seed beads on my strand, and then I'm going to take my needle and I'm going to go through all 5 of them again. Okay, and then if you go through the first seed bead again, that'll bring it into a little circle for you. And we do that so you don't have to put a knot on there. If you start knotting your thread, that blocks up the holes so your needle doesn't go through.
All right, okay. So you don't like to knot in when you're working with seed beads then?
Sometimes you do, but I've got to go through these beads a few times, so I need space.
Okay,
So
yeah,
a knot's
makes
going to
sense.
fill it up. So now I'm going to pick up one of my seed beads, and then I'm going to go through the next seed bead on that little circle I've made.
So you're filling up the gap, are you?
Yeah, we're filling up every gap. So seed bead, and then through the next one in your circle. So you'll do this 5 times in total.
So you put 5 on. If you had the bigger version, so the 8s, would 5 work with the same idea? You would just
Yeah.
have a bigger circle.
It'd just
to
be
go with?
bigger, yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have to change the quantity of seed beads that you're working with for the
No.
initial circle.
No, it just make it exactly the same.
Okay.
Right, so I've gone round and I've added my 1 in between each of those beads. So now I need to just step up. So what that means is we're going to go through the first bead we added on that last round. Okay, so I've stepped up. So you start off building up a little star. I don't know if we can... No, it's quite little, isn't it? So on these points of the star that we've made, we're going to put 3 seed beads in between those. So I'm going to pick up 3 and go through the next little point, and 3 again. Again, you do this all the way around. Now we need to add odd numbers in between these, because every row that you put on, it'll be sort of added onto the middle of the previous row, so you need an odd number. So I'm going to go all the way up to adding 7 beads around the edges, but you can keep going. You can add 9 and then 11. Depends on how big you want to make it. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, so you have a slightly
You've got a
bigger
little
star.
star.
Yep.
Okay. So that's quite handy, isn't it? For if you, like, for example, I take that now and I'm just thinking, well, that's good. Now I know how to make a star. Coming up to Christmas time,
Yeah.
that's great just to be able to go, nail that.
There you go,
Could do some
star.
really nice, pretty stars. Do something, you know, maybe almost a cascading
Yeah.
necklace based on that star formation. That's great.
I know, little earrings.
Yeah, they're really pretty as well. Really pretty. So I've got my star.
So you've got your star. So now we're going to take our needle and we're going to go in that middle bead on that first point. Okay?
Yeah.
So you're coming out of the second bead in there.
Yeah.
So this time we're going to add 5.
So you want to be at the very top of the point of the star now, do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I've got my 5. So we're going to go across to the next point.
Oh, I see. You're filling up. Mm-hmm. You fill up quite quickly then, eh?
Yeah,
With
these,
5.
Yeah, these you can make these quite quickly. So you're just adding my 5.
And you're just breaking, you're just locking in every time. You're not going back on the stitch or anything like that at the moment.
No, we're just going through, that's all. Just
Okay.
making sure that you're hitting that middle point.
Point at the top.
Yeah. 4, 5. Okay. So I've gone all the way around. Ooh, and the tail's in the way. So it's not so much star-like now, it's more,
No, it's
more of
not.
a flower. Where is the end? There it is. So yeah, it's starting to make a little flower.
Ah, look at that. Okay.
Okay, so you're going to take your thread and then just weave up to the middle of that
Yeah.
petal. Yeah. So this time we're going to add 7.
Oh, you are literally just building and building and building.
Yeah. So you can keep going as wide as you want to, just, you know, after that you'll be putting 9 on, then 11.
And is that what you've done with all of them? Because they look almost 3D from here.
This is just the bottom layer. We have to go back and make some more.
Okay, that now makes sense. I was thinking, can't be that simple because it just looks like it's more layers on top of layers. Oh my gosh.
But that's just the same. We're just going to put the 3 and the 5 on. It's really simple, these. They look really complicated, but they really aren't.
So how many do you build up to then? So you're doing 7 now?
Yeah, the ones that are on the necklace and the bracelet, I did 7.
Yeah.
And then the earrings, I just stayed at 5.
Okay.
So
and so you can adapt the size?
Yeah.
And one presumes, again, based on the size of the seed bead, you can adapt to then getting the size that works right for you.
Yeah.
For the earring or for the wristwear or for the neckline, depending on what you're making.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And you can make an even bigger one for in the middle and then your smaller ones along the side if you're making a necklace. Yeah. Once you know sort of like the theory behind it, then you can just run with it.
And is this classified as a classic like flower design in terms of this type of seed beading work?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the flowers that you make from seed beads start off with a flat base and then you build up the petals on top of it. So, yeah, you will see this a lot. 6, 7. Right. So now I've got my bottom done. So we've got the 7 beads all around the outside. So now we need to go back to the middle. So you just take your thread and then just weave all the way through the beads until you get back to that row that you put your 5 on to make that little circle.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so now we're in the middle. So here is where you put your centre of your flower. So I'm going to put 2 of my little rose quartzes, but you can use whatever you like to. I mean, you can use the size 8s in the kit as well, just for in the middle.
Okay, so you could just choose what you want to add.
Yeah, or any gemstone, Swarovski, whatever you want to add. This is where you pop them just in the middle.
Okay.
And we're going to take our thread and we're going to go across that little circle and then just go through one of the beads that's on the opposite side. So then they're going to be just in the middle for you.
Yeah.
And now, you know at the beginning where we just added the 1?
Yes.
Yeah, so go back to one of those ones that you added.
So you've just locked it in, you haven't done anything else, and
No.
you're just sewing it in, you're not doing anything else with it?
No, nothing else, it's going to stay there. So now we are out in just the 1 bits that we put around at the beginning.
Say again? Well, where?
You know when we put the 5 on to begin with?
Yes.
And then we put 1 in between each?
We did.
Yeah, we're coming out of one of those 1 beads.
Right, okay.
Okay, so those 1 beads are where we started adding the 3s, because they were the points of the stars.
Yeah.
So we're going to start adding our 3s on again. So I've got my 3 seed beads, okay? And then you need to find the next point of that star, so it's just around here. And if you are doing this for the first time, it might be a good idea just to do each round in a different colour, so you can see each
the
layer.
layers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Okay, so we're just going to go around and add our 3s on. This layer is the most hardest because there's quite a lot of seed beads in the middle.
And you're trying to find where the points are?
The points, yes.
This is just practice though, I presume, because you're just literally, you know exactly which one you're looking for.
Yeah, I know exactly which one I'm looking for. That's why if you do those first rows in different colours, then you can see exactly
where the point is.
Yeah, where you're aiming for. Okay.
Lock it in.
Yeah. So it's starting to build up. You can already see sort of the 3D starting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's definitely got a 3D effect from the profile that from when you know seeing it on the stand there on the bust, you can see it almost like rising, like literally like a bloom.
Yeah, I mean you can leave it like this. That's quite pretty, just as it is.
Really pretty.
So now we're just going to weave up. So these are going to be, you know, where we put 3 beads round, and we've got the points.
Yes.
Yes, where we connected the 5s to. That's where we're coming out. So we are going to put our 5 beads on there. 1, 2.
So we're putting 5 beads on the 3.
Yeah. So this is it's gonna lie exactly where our 5s were before.
Ah, okay. But you're looking into where the 3 was.
Yeah.
Okay. So where the 3 point is.
Where the 3
for
point
the star.
is, yeah.
Okay.
So where your 5 from the bottom, you know, the underneath,
yeah,
you're going to be following exactly where they lie,
yeah.
but these beads are going to sit up. They're not going to lie flat.
How have you made them sit up instead of lying flat then?
They just do that.
They just do what they're told?
They
Okay.
just do it. Seed beads are like that. They just do things. Like you can make them wavy and stand up. And you don't really have to do anything.
I don't quite understand how all of a sudden they're standing up instead of lying down. That's quite clever, isn't it?
I know. I don't really know how to explain that one. It just happens.
Yeah, we'll just take it.
Yeah.
We'll just, we'll take it. We don't have to know how, we just need to know it does it.
Yeah. So we're just putting our 5s around. 3. So again, you could just leave it like that.
Yeah. It is just building up so strongly, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so that's all that row done. Now on my one, this next row, so we're just going to weave all the way through our work till we get to. So it's the point that's in between the 7s, you can see, that's sort of the middle of the
lower point rather than the higher point.
Yeah,
okay.
So that's where we're going to connect. Now you could put your 7 beads on there. I've just gone for 5, but put 7 on if you want to. Just have a play and see what you like, see what looks good, see what goes well with your design. So again, I'm just going around to the next point and then just adding them on. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5.
So this is the last step?
This is the last one, yeah.
This is the last build?
Yep, I'll put 7 on this one so you can see the difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Actually, I think I quite like the idea of perhaps having the matching symmetry of the colour, but then maybe on your feature one, if you're going to make it bigger or if you're going to make it a bold statement, you could actually use a different colourway, can you? Or layer it in a different coloured way. Yeah. So you really can be able to play it in different ways.
Yeah, you can have a different colour for the base and then the standy up
centrepiece.
beads. The standy up ones. They can be a different colour.
Yeah.
So I'll just do another one.
Just to let you know, there's a lot of people who've put into baskets for this kit. It's called Classic Beauty, and if you would like to join us on it, it is available, but obviously it's while stocks last. £17.95 is all you pay for the whole kit. That includes 3 lots of your seed beads. That includes the 3 different colourways plus the rose quartz. Your combination here, really successful. Lots of people liking it, but lots of people still to check out. Susan in Hampshire, I've got buyers in London, Essex, Kent. I've got Adeline not checked out yet. I've got Nicola in Manchester not checked out. Arlene and Collector in County Durham. Susie, you haven't checked out in Kent. So if you do want to guarantee that this is yours, then please do make sure that you check out your basket to guarantee that this is going to be yours at this great price tag, £17.95 is all you pay.
Right, so once you've got your completed rows, then you need to decide what you want to do with it. If you want to make it into earrings, if you can connect it, if you go through your bottom row and come out in the middle, so that will hang quite nicely.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to attach it like I've done in the necklace, where you've got beads coming through the top and the bottom.
Yes, either side.
So your top beads will be going through the middle of that 7, just like the earring, but you connect it on the other side to the bead that joins the 2 7 ones together.
Okay.
Yeah, just in there, and then that's perfectly going to be in the middle. So they connect up.
So you can change it as you want it to have it in
Yeah.
different positions.
Yeah.
And it really does work well in different positions, doesn't it?
It does,
the shape
yeah.
of this is very, you can almost imagine it. You could imagine it in every part of the, you know, of your jewellery design. You can
Yeah.
imagine it as a cuff on a wrist.
Yeah.
You can imagine it as a feature on the hand. You can see that style of design is actually a really achievable, but also really workable
Yeah.
design, isn't it? I can imagine playing with all the different colours and getting some really different results.
I made my friend a ring out of this as well.
Yeah, but she loved it.
Yeah, she can't wear metals, so I made her a sea bead ring with the rose.
Oh, and I bet she loved it.
Yeah.
And it actually looks really cute like that. See, I would wear that kind of jewellery. That's
Yeah.
just such a nice, and it sits very close to the
Yeah.
hand as well, so it's quite a successful piece. That looks really nice,
Just
actually.
need a little band going around it, like some herringbone
Would you do
stitch
some?
or
I was going to say,
something.
would you do herringbone on
Yeah,
that
to go
for the
around.
band?
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that idea.
that works really nicely.
I like that. I like that. I do. So if you would like to join us, don't forget, we also had, you can see at the bottom of the screen there, for £11.95, your £150 findings pack plus £150, 150 findings pack, plus on top of that, your pearls as well. Those were £11.95 in total, and then £17.95 for your seed beads and rose quartz pack. All for the taking. Of course, one post and packaging means that if you buy both of these, you only pay your post and packaging once for the whole day. Thank you so much for that. I think that's a really workable, really workable. And I don't know whether you know, but this lovely lady, she's also a vet, right? This is like probably, you know, when you look at people and you go, oh, I mean, I'm not good at anything, but she's good at 2 things, 3 things, 4 things. You know, a vet by trade, you know, and then does this kind of incredible jewellery making as a sideline. It's not even a hardly sideline when you're that good at it. That's serious multi-talented, isn't it? You know, when I grow up, I want to be like her. We have got plenty more to come. We've got the most exceptional of deals, and it's, of course, I know you've all been waiting because we had loads of messages in. Brand new launch for this gemstone. I know a lot of people have actually just said, can I show you alongside the kit, because I think you're right in saying this works very well alongside the kit today. Look at that. Brand new, and introducing you to this ultimate deal. Now, I promise you one thing, we've got 104 available, and I promise you one thing, 104 is not enough at all. 104 is a blink of an eye and it'll be gone. First come, first served. As soon as graphics, I tell you what we will do, we'll hold back on graphics, we'll do a countdown on graphics so everybody has the same chance to get hold of it, guys. Right, this is going to be a buy it while we've got it opportunity. Brand new, has to be a star buy. Very exciting indeed. Sagenitic quartz, brand new and totally natural. The most incredible opportunity is that we're really introducing you to something that has the most outlandish reputation for one location. In fact, there's 3 or 4 places in the world that you could source this gemstone from in significance, but actually there are only 2 or 3 that really hold resonance in terms of the gem trade, and this is one of the most prolific. East Siberia, so we're looking at alongside where we used to source the likes of Russian Alexandrite, one of the world's most expensive colour change gemstones. In fact, it is the most expensive colour change gemstone. This amazing location is the Vitim Plateau, and essentially what we're talking about is an extraordinary area of eastern Siberia where you have hugely prevalent temperature and in pressure environment for gemstones of significance to be formed like this one. And we are talking about a climate reactive gemstone. Essentially what we're talking about here is inside this gemstone there has been almost a thermic reaction, monsoon influenced subarctic climate climate impacts against this gemstone. I know that's a bit of a mouthful, monsoon and Arctic impact, but actually that combination in the gem trade means exceptionally unique gemstones are formed, and exceptionally unique on every single form. Every single one of these gemstones is different. Every single one has its own individual internal texture. The actual name of this gemstone, the sagenetic, is actually representative of the fact that these have got sagenetic inclusions. We're essentially talking about splinters. We're talking about internal textures. We're talking about rutilations. And you'll have heard of rutile quartz. Well, this is that version which brings the highest grade, some of the most sought after from Russia, from that eastern Siberian location, from this extraordinary Vitim plateau. A real treat and a half, probably for many collectors. In fact, if you do a little bit of research on this, many collectors will talk about this gemstone as one of the most prized within this type, in this quality of individuality. There's nothing quite like it within the agate and quartz family. A real opportunity to really see something special in your collection, but it's so feminine. It's got a real elegance about it. But I love the fact that you've got an almost edge of rose quartz about it, but with an individuality that really guarantees that personal touch to your jewellery. And that's what makes this such a collector's dream, because it is that personal touch with those rutilised qualities inside. A real offer. And I promise you, when the phone line's open, it is first come. I've got people chomping at the bit. I've got Pooh Beck's literally just going, come on, put the graphics on, Vicky, stop it. Literally, get a wriggle on. But I wanted to introduce it because it's brand new. I wanted to take a moment to introduce it. I know you want it, and as soon as the clock goes, which is going to happen in 3, 2, 1 now, you've got a minute to prepare yourself. Now, in this minute, I want you to pick up the phone. I want you to join us at JewelleryMaker.com. I want to make sure that you are prepared, that you are ready to pounce. Now, there's 104. Now, for any intents and purposes, for anybody who's watching for the first time, 104 sounds like a really decent quantity. No. For a launch of something brand new that looks this good and priced like we're about to price, there is not enough to go around. Guarantee early on this deal, otherwise you could miss out altogether. Your very own Eastern Siberian world-class sagenetic quartz, a beautiful internal personalized glorious rutilized qualities makes this a standout gemstone, and it is all yours. 10 seconds, get ready, let's get ready to rumble. Get ready to rumble in 5 seconds. 4, the phone lines open, the web opens, get ready, live launch, 3, 2, 1 now. Go, the graphics are on, everybody has the same chance. I promise you one thing, if you're not fast you will miss out. The price tag is what makes this a jaw-dropping deal. Brand new. You've got to be quick to react on this. Never been seen before. A real treat all the way from Russia with love. And we're about to give you a price tag you are definitely going to love. Hold on to your hands. Microfaceted. How dare we suggest that we can take it? What we're talking, less than 20? You think we can go less than £20? You think we can go less than 15? What about if we say less than £10? Let's do it. 6. Now, I told you, that's why it's got to be quick. I've literally got Mike going, what? What's going on? Multi-purchases galore. Congratulations to you, Tony, Gladys, Leslie. I've got Deborah, Sally, Angela. Congratulations to you, Margaret, Lynn, Vicky, Kathy. Great to have your company. More multi-buys than single buys on this deal. 40 chances left. And I've got to tell you what, I've probably got about 35 web buys who haven't checked out yet. This will be a sellout deal, guaranteed. I wish I had more. I wish I had more of an opportunity to be able to introduce this to you, but $6.95 from world-class quality and something so individual. It's nice to have individuality to your jewellery, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely,
that personal
yeah.
touch.
Yeah, I just love the pink of this as well. It's not like the rose quartz pink.
No, it's got something a little bit different about it.
It's a bit purpley.
And I can imagine you doing that rose design with the seed beads, but then just, you know, almost just creating a real nucleus of colour into that flower design beautifully. Right size, right shape, isn't it? £6.95. It's going to be a sellout. In fact, it's already a sellout, really, in terms of the people on the phones and people on the web. If you don't check out, and I mean, this is really serious, if you don't check out, I promise you will miss out, because I've got form buys just chocking up on the lines. Everybody will pay the final low price, and that is a cracking price tag for a world launch opportunity from JM. This is, and I think the nicest thing is, this is what we do so well. This is why you tune into us. This is why I love working here, because I love the fact that we can introduce you to something we've never seen before. We can go to one of the best places in the world. You can do your own research on it, things like mandit.org. I would suggest that you go to. There's 3 or 4 different websites that I would certainly suggest. The GIA will give you a little bit of relevant information. But actually, for me, we love what we do so much, but we want to make everything as affordable as possible. You know, on a launch of something that's brand new, we could have got away with doing whatever we wanted on the price tag, but that's not the business that we are. That's not what we need to do. And that's why you've got the deal as it is. £6.95 is all you pay for your very own Saginetic quartz. There's 15 left, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I've got half a dozen not even half a dozen, a dozen web buys who haven't checked out. Essex, Sussex, Fife, London, Dorset, Greater London, Argyll and Bute, Gloucestershire. You're all there on the web and still waiting for us to check out. Elizabeth there's just joined me on the phone lines in Merseyside. How are you, Elizabeth? How are you well today? Hope everything's going well. I've also got Judith, who's just multi-purchased on the phone lines, and you're in West Sussex. I've got Denise joining me. Denise has just joined on the web. Denise. £6.95. Oh yeah. Of course, 1 postage and packing. £3.95 for your P&P for the whole day. You can add as many times as you like on that single postage and packing deal. Stay on those lines for me, and everybody will get the same chance. I'm just watching the hawky-corky of who's going to get what. I mean, it feels like it's in, out, and shake it all about with the quantity. We're just waiting to find that final allocation. That will be a sell-out deal for £6.95, an absolute treat and a half. Now, I'm wondering if you've got the luxury of that gorgeous strand, that you might be looking for something just to add as a perfect drop design, something to add a little bit of a stylized elegance to that drop. And what about this? And I'm going to introduce them as a double whammy, because these are going to be a double whammy star buy deal shortly. So you've got this gorgeous strand, and you're thinking, what am I going to put? Maybe a nice chain. You've got that gorgeous necklace, and then I'm going to just do that like so. You like that? What about, you need a pearl there, don't you? What about this? Perfect pearl. That's pretty, isn't it?
That's pretty. Very pretty.
And you know what? The price tag is ludicrous. I mean, properly ludicrous. To the point where, if you don't buy 5 of these deals, like 5 of those and 5 of those, then I tell you what, you will be devastated with yourself when you get them home. If you buy 1 just to see how good they are, and then you ring back up and go, oh God, these are amazing, can I have another? They'll have sold out, blink of an eye. The deal is ludicrous. I mean, absolutely crazy. Straight after today's must-have, we will be introducing, so you've got that gorgeous solid bail with, of course, the pearl, the perfect stake, post. I don't know how you describe that. It looks like a little bell, really, doesn't it? But either way, designed to work with the pearl itself. You can see there the pearl is half drilled, and you can see that they sit. And all you need to do, and this is Jewellery Maker, this is about what you're going to do, is just that you're just going to get your jewellery making glue, and you're just going to lock it into place, and it looks like that. And you're going to make this into a pair of earrings, beautiful pair of earrings matching, and then with a gorgeous pendant. And perhaps you're even going to look at this and go, actually, I'm going to make a lovely bracelet. So you've got the chance. You're going to buy both of these. We're going to go back-to-back deals. They're going to be star buys, and on top of that, I will promise you, you're not just going to buy one. The pricing on both of these is epic. Really, really epic. Now we do have, of course, today's must-have, and it is natural multicolour pearls. Now, we were debating this. We can't remember the last time we launched a brand new strand of natural multicolour pearls, because we've seen loads of white pearls. We've had a couple of big deals on, I mean, we've got a big deal on things like peacock pearls coming your way. 5 metres of peacock pearls coming. 5 metres of peacock pearls. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? 5 metres is a lot of meterage. So you've got 5 metres of pearls in the peacock, but the last time we launched with a significant quantity, and of course you know with this quantity can try and really control the price tag. I can't remember the last time we did natural mixed multicoloured pearls. Can't remember the last time we did them, but this is it. That's coming your way later on. We have got natural. Can you show them natural multicolour pearls? Because when you see them, you'll see what I mean by nature has created something really special. Peaches, the blossoms, you've got these tones that just work. They're going to work beautifully with the rose gold findings as well. When you see the finding, when you see those findings and then you see this strand, just works in harmony together. That is beautiful and goes really well with the kit.
Yeah, I mean, the colours of the seed beads just match those perfectly, don't they?
Yeah, you know the seed beads. How many have we got the seed beads left? Have we got any left of the seed bead kit? Okay, we've got a handful of the seed bead kit left. If I show you those seed beads now, and then you see that strand, I mean, they're meant to be together. I mean, they literally are. See that? And then, Mike, do you wonder? And Mike's our director, he's going to do a wonder of some kind of, he's going to blend the photography, because he's clever like that, pearls, and then into that. Watch this, watch this. What? Ooh, ooh, Mike, you're clever. Again, Mike, do it slowly, Mike. Ooh, look at that. Look at that blending of photography. Did you see that, Em? I mean, that's Mike done. He's peaked now. Oh no, he says he's got something else to offer us. Okay, go on. Oh! Oh, Mike, come on, man. I mean, I've never seen anything like it in all my life. Have you ever seen anything like that?
Absolutely not.
I mean, that was just photographic television genius. I mean, come on, Mike. Amazing, there he is. With all of that, just goes. So you've got those 5. So if you want the seed beads, especially when you see them alongside today's must-have, natural mixed coloured pearls, those are coming your way. And then you've got this. Right, shall we squeeze one more deal in before that? Let's do one more deal. Let's do one more deal, and let's make it. Ah, you're thinking of pearls, aren't you? But what about pearls in a beautiful silver chain setting? This is really nice. Now I have 1770. Now 104 of that brand new strand have just disappeared before our eyes. Sold out, and we could have sold a lot more than the quantity that we had. If you think that 104 disappeared at that pace, then just remember 17 is not enough of a quantity to feel like you can sit back and relax. You've got to be reactionary. I mean, especially when you've got solid sterling silver, you've got this wonderful twisted rope chain design in the wider cable link, and then you've got pearls set bezeling through, I mean literally sat as a lovely connector within the actual chain itself. How many bracelets do you reckon you could make out of this? 1, 2, I'm reckoning 2 bracelets and a couple of pairs of earrings at least for $11.90. This is sterling silver. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. Bex has just told me that this actually launched at £19.95. That makes a lot more sense on the pricing. $11.95 for over 5.8 grams of silver you're getting? Right, you're getting 5.8 grams of silver. You don't need to anticipate an $11.95. Even £20 would be good on that deal. But to get so much for $11.95, that is an absolute treat and a half. Make the most of this opportunity while we have it for you. Solid sterling silver. That's going to be a sellout. That's going to be another sellout deal. Straight on we go to... Oh, this is one of my favourites. Oh, I have a thing about it. You know, I'm working with some Italian designers at the moment on chains. So I've been working over the last six months or so, probably a bit longer than that now. I've been working with a number of Italian crafters and designers on chains. And, you know, I think sometimes we see a good chain and we just like what we see, but we don't absolutely appreciate the workmanship and the style of design that goes. I mean, look at that for a solid detail of chain. I mean, how close, Emma, are you as close as you can get?
A little bit closer.
You can get, oh, she's moving closer. Oh, that's it. Look at the detail. Now, that is a multi-link rope chain. Probably one of the most precise crafted silver chains that you can get. And the precision of the craftsmanship is essentially what they do is they do a link on link. But as they link, they then twist the link. And that gives you that wave effect for the rope to create that formation of silver. A beautiful formation. It's so solid. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. I mean, that's a solid sterling silver chain if you're ever going to see one. That is absolute. And the thing is because it's so thick, you know you've got wearability. But especially if you like to create big, larger, thicker pendants, you know, you solid big pendants with our wire work, sometimes they're quite heavy. You need a solid chain to then give that balance. If you had a flimsy chain and a really heavy pendant, you'd have a really sharp angle and it wouldn't look very elegant at all on the neckline. So if you have a heavy pendant that you've designed and you want to get that balance, and it's all about balance on the neckline. If you want that balance of a wide V with a solid chain that can take the weight of the pendant, this is the kind of chain you need to go for. 100%. Wow! Amazing deal. Crikey! Tell you what, there's not many places that I know that would give you this amount of silver, this amount of detail, and it comes with the lobster clasp as well, which means that you can wear it and add to it and add the design as you want. I love that. That's an amazing price tag. Trust me, that's a great price tag for that amount of silver. It's a big look. Really, really big look. We've got guest designers joining us on this deal, as well as we've got buyers as customers. Congratulations to one and all. $14.95. Think about that weight. And there's the weight, but look at how stylish that's it. It doesn't feel like it's going to be overweighed by that heavy pendant if you're adding it. It's a focal point. It's the right pendant right to the centre of the neckline as well. Big look there. Congratulations. We've got more to come straight after the break. That pearl combo, you cannot afford to miss out on. It's ludicrous pricing.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs. Did you know, no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging. Select our standard delivery for just $3.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $5.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to book towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Totally natural. I mean, that's the first thing we have to identify. Let's just well upon that for a moment. Let's just submerge ourselves into what that means in the jewelry industry, because these days there is a huge amount of reverence attached to natural gemstones. Anybody who's interested in learning a little bit more about gemstones, there's a book that I would 100% recommend. And it's this one here. It's called The Secrets of the Gems Trade, and it's the Connoisseur's Guide to Precious Gemstones. It's by Richard Wise. I'd 100% recommend it. Anybody who's interested in learning about priced stones, gemstones that have kudos. If you want to know about pearls, there's a whole article about it. It talks about how you grade pearls. It talks about the distinctions of pearls. It talks about Tahitian pearls above anything else, but it also talks about, I guess in some ways, what you would refer to as the essential grading system of pearls. And you can grade pearls on a number of ways. But the first thing, probably the most crucial, and I guess, you know, talking to Richard Wise and some of the world's most prolific writers, Vincent Pardus of the world, we're talking about guaranteeing natural quality, guaranteeing that this is nature's treasure. So to put that out there, it is an instant elevator on price, 100% impacts price if you can guarantee natural. We can guarantee natural. We can guarantee that the colour that you're seeing right now is nature's colour. And that's what makes this so special. Trust the quality of Jewellery Maker to introduce you to natural pearls of this distinction. And I think, you know, it's been a long time since we introduced this grading of pearls to a full strand, especially with this level of colour ratio. And I'm talking colour ratio that takes you from the wonderful tones of champagnes all the way through to antique lace and then into the peach blossoms, some of the plum tones that come through here, and all natural, all the real deal. And to give that status to every one of these pearls, it's exceptional. It really is a breathtaking opportunity. And I love the fact that especially when you do start to research pearls, different buyers, different traders will always perhaps look for something individual in the pearl. So some traders will look for the perfect shape, the perfect round. Some people will pay a lot of money for the perfect nacre, the layers of the pearl as they form. But actually, everyone sits under the umbrella of the word natural. If it's a natural colour, if it forms in a natural colour environment, if this is the real, then that already elevates it to another level of desirability. So that's what you've got, guaranteed. If you want a certificate of authenticity, you can get that for an extra 25 pence with your purchase, and that gives you the perfect guarantee of what you're in ownership of. especially if you like to give gifts, that you have that kudos of going, and here's a certificate of authenticity that proves what I'm giving you. Or perhaps you're selling, here's that proof that these are genuine natural pearls. You could do that with the certificate of authenticity. It gives you that guarantee, not just for yourself, but hopefully for those that you're giving to. So this is first and foremost a luxury strand from that perspective. But when we see this colourway, when you really embrace the natural colours of these pearls, it takes you somewhere special. And if you love the kit from the last hour, where you got those different flavours of pinks and blossoms, and you got the different flavours of blush and beige, and you love the colours of the champagnes, and you've got those gorgeous creamy velvety colours coming through. You've got all of it. All of it in one single strand. And this strand, 6x8 to 7x9, is 38 centimetres of natural colourways. And I think, it's almost really quite exciting when you've got strands like this, because when you stop and pause, there's times where I go, oh my gosh, that's metallic. Right, I've just looked down, and that is metallic peach colour. Can you see it there? It's got that real high gloss intensity, but then you remember that they're natural colours and you get even more excited, because that makes it even more prestigious, even more impressive. Absolutely I'm going to say now, the quantity we had is not the quantity we've got now. Right, the quantity we started off with, there's been a lot of people waiting for a strand like this to come back into stock. We've seen strands like this over our time. I'm not going to suggest that this is a brand new strand and you've never seen anything like it before. But actually, we haven't seen anything like this for a very long time with quantity. And of course, with us, quantity will make a difference to the availability and the affordability of the strand. That's something that we're absolutely adhering to on this deal. So if you would like to get your very own natural, multicolour, freshwater potato pearl combination, ranging from 6x4 to 7x9, I mean, we're talking about the go-to size for most pearl jewellery, this is your strand. This is your opportunity. If you want the certificate, add it to your order at the same time. Your price tag, under £20. A whole strand of natural pearls for under £20. Now that really is a treat and a half. That really is showing you today's must-have in all its glory. If you want to join us and you haven't picked up the phone yet, now's the time to dial. We have managed to secure this under 20. Obviously, for those of you that know us, I mean, that's an outlandishly low price tag for natural colours of pearls of this distinction. Some of the colours that you've got here, especially some of the more richer colours of the plums and the blossom tones, they're coming through it, and the grade of the quality of the pearlescence is magnificent. And we're again going back to that principle when you've got somebody like Richard Wise writing very specifically about pearls. I mean, look at this. Body colour. He talks about farming, freeform. He talks about lustre. Look, he does pretty much a whole page on the lustre and the nacre. These are things that in his book, when he's writing about the Tahitian pearls, he's talking very specifically size of pearls, surface. He's talking about texture, value. He's talking about some of the most relevant parts of pearls. But actually, he spends almost a page and a half, nearly 2 pages on the lustre and the nacre, and then he plays another 2 pages on the body colour. So body colour, 68 to 70 on the page number. So he's taking two pages for just talking about the body colour of the pearl. And that's what we're talking about. So probably 2 of the most important aspects is the body colour and then, of course, the quality of the nacre. And you've got that quality for $19.95. If you would like to join us, this is your chance. This is your today's must-have. This is your opportunity. I think I want to put it on the neckline just to show you this, especially if you are looking for, just making one serious hit of luxury to your neckline. it's costing you less than £20. Please do your research. If you've got the chance to do research on a strand like this, I'll promise you one thing, you will not walk past your local jeweller shop and then see a style of this quality of natural multicolour pearls and then see £20 attached. Certainly not to my expectations, not to my pricing of my local jewellers. I know the price tag and it's 3 figures, easily 3 figures. I've told you the story of my husband when we went shopping for Christmas for our children. I pushed him into a shop, a beautiful jeweller's shop, very well known in our local northeast city centre, and pushed him in and said, because there was a whole stand, and it was like literally top to bottom stand, and it was like pearls of all different distinctions. There was necklaces, there was earrings, there was bracelets, and I just pushed him in and went, find out the price, just go and have a look. And there was not one piece of jewellery, not a pair of earrings, not a bracelet or a necklace that wasn't 3 figures. They were all 3 figures in that shop, and that's what pearls are. I think everywhere else, pearls are 3 figures if they're world class, if they're natural, if they're quality. That's what you expect. You can make your own pearl jewellery for £19.95. That's what Jewellery Maker facilitates. That's what we can offer you. The freedom of working with quality, world class, and guarantee natural. You know, don't underestimate what that certificate of authenticity is. It's that proof of the pudding that you are in ownership of some of the finest pearls in the world. And that's for just 25 pence additional to the price tag of the strand itself. So I really do have to identify, for me, and I'm sure for you when you get this, it's probably the best 25 pence you're going to spend just to have that absolute proof of purchase that these are natural and these are the luxury of what you deserve to work with. Massive congratulations if you've already confirmed. Bit of a queue on the phone lines, but if you're dialing and you're holding there, we'll process your call as fast as we can. It is a free phone number that you're dialing, so an investment of your time, not your money on those lines. Or alternatively, you can join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Just stay on those lines. And of course, for those of you joining us on the web, you've got to check out your basket to guarantee that the ownership of what you want is what you actually get by checking out your basket. Don't want you to miss out on that deal. Huge congratulations. Today's must-have, natural multicolour pearls. They're very, very exciting. Now, I showed you these earlier on, and I promised you, and I don't normally do this, I'm not really a great advocate of talking about price before I introduce anything to you, but I'm really comfortable with talking about price on these. In fact, I feel like I have to talk about price tag. I feel like there's a point where we have to cross that barrier before I even show you, and you might not have been tuning in, 10, 15 minutes ago, but before I even go to what you're about to buy, I'm just going to be very clear. The price tag on this deal is absolutely balmy, totally potty. I mean, no. If I've got my own producer just going, yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, you're right, Vix, it is ridiculous. When I've got a producer who absolutely agrees that she shouldn't be doing the price, but she's going to do the price anyway, then I will promise you one thing: you are not going to buy just one. Trust me, this is not a buy one and let's see how it is and then I'll come back. You come back and we'll have sold out. You multi-purchase. Trust me on this one, this is a multi-purchase must-have. The price tag facilitates the multi-purchase, but it also is a bit of a jaw-dropper. You're going to have to be quick, and it is a big star-buy deal. Whoa, this is very special. You have got here a very big treat. We're going to start with the pearl, and then we're going to offer you the addition of the bail as well. So we're going to start with the pearl itself. Now, I'm just going to be clear, right? Whatever you think is about to happen, right? When we put these two together, and of course with us, we give you £1 in packaging for the whole day. And if you've not bought from us yet, and you're going, Vix, I haven't opened my P&P yet, so I'm probably not going to do that. It's getting later on in the evening. Oh, no, 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 no. You've got till midnight tonight to keep on adding to your order, and you will 100% reap the rewards of that single postage and packaging deal, because we're going to bring you the pearl. You'll buy the quantity of pearl, and then, and I'll promise you one thing, the price tag to add to your order on this edition of sterling silver is imperative to max out on the multi-purchase and a one postage and packaging facility, right? That is absolute guarantee. Let's start with the pearl. And what a beautiful way to begin. In jewellery making terms, in gemstone terms, this is what you'd classify, and I'm not going to suggest this is a technical term, but you know, it's a belter. It's an absolute beauty. You've got yourself here the perfect drop style of half drilled pearl. The size of this is an almighty 9x8. Now if you look into the gem trade, and if you do even just a modicum of pearl research, you'll know that 7 to 7.5 mil pearls are your average size. Now your average size, you've then got an extra, what, 1.5 to 2 on top of what you would normally anticipate. And what that does is actually embraces the quality of this luxury individual pearl. It's truly special. I'm just going to get hold of it. Watch this. Drop a folder. Look at that. I mean, that is just sensational. As a single pearl goes, that is exactly what you have here. Now, if I then drop this forward, look at that. Top drill, doesn't go through the centre, doesn't go all the way down to the bottom, so I'll show you the other side. Half drilled, and the nicest part about it is that with the addition of the next bail that we're going to give you, this is going to be a back-to-back deal, you have got the exact qualities to be able to create a luxury of pearl quality. Look at that. I mean, that looks, and obviously you just need to glue it in with some gorgeous glue that we have. I've got our jewellery glue, our cement, etc. you can use. But you need to get these, they're separate entities, you don't get them both. You're going to get pearl first, then you're going to buy the addition of the bail. But it's all about the pearl at the moment. It's all about the pearl, no trouble. It's 9x8 and it's half drilled luxury. I can tell you now, the quantities I've got going out on the web, because the web can see the price tag, are massive. I mean, absolutely massive. I've got first buyer in, purchasing 12. That's the first collector in. That's the first collector in Hertfordshire buying 12. Then Deborah comes in from Bedfordshire, 3. Then McLean joins me in Stirlingshire, 3. Angela, 3 in Devon. Carolyn, 3 in Tyne and Wear. Margaret, Sussex, 5. These are all web buyers who have access to the price tag already, who already see the ludicrousy. A good word? Don't even know what is a word, but let's make it. The ludicrousy of this price tag. First come, first served. £2.95 is all you pay. And the thing is, this is multi-purchase heaven, isn't it? And the nicest part about the designs that you can come up with in jewellery is that when you've got something like this as a centre stone, a centre focal point, you can then elaborate. You can really dramatise a piece of jewellery, or you can leave it simple, can't you?
Make a piece of jewellery, I always start with the focal piece and then work out. So once I've got something to be my focal piece, then imagination takes over.
And I think the nicest part about this is that the quality of the size and the luxury of the actual centrepiece is actually, you really could just be very simple. You could keep it as simple as you like, but you can also, because of its size and its status, you could go to town. You could really go elaborate, couldn't you?
You could, yeah. I mean, you can just pop it on just a simple chain, or you can maybe, I could seed bead like a frame, and it can hang in the centre of a frame.
And so, actually, if you think about, like, especially coming into the wedding season, you know, tiaras where you've got just that centre drop on the tiara where you want the movement of a single stone. You can imagine that's the size of pearl that sits right in that centre tiara and gives movement and gives shimmer and gives quality. I mean, that is a quality look, isn't it? And because it's a drop, because it's not a round, it's a drop, it really creates a different aesthetic. It really transforms the look altogether, doesn't it? To £2.95 is all you pay on this deal. Hold the lines for me because it is busy, and I have to say I've got buyers who are absolutely reaping the rewards of this price tag. I thought 12 was enough. Now somebody's come in and bought 13. Kathy's now in and bought 3. I've got Valerie and Cyril buying 2. I've got Tara buying 3. Pamela's got 3 in Yorkshire. Jenny's got 3. Congratulations, Maria in Manchester, 3. Do you know what? I think I can only see one person who has bought 1. I think I've only got one person in the whole of this purchasing. And I mean, it is literally just rolling. The screen is rolling with purchases, and I can only see one person who has actually only bought 1. Everybody else is buying 3s, 4s, and more, 5s up to 13. 13. I mean, you've obviously got something in mind for this. If you're buying 13, you know exactly what you want to be doing, don't you? £2.95 is all you pay. If you want the addition of the bail, the silver bail, then this is coming straight up after this deal. So if you want them as an add it to your order, then obviously just stay on the lines. If you're on the phone lines, just add to your order at the time. No point picking up the phone twice. Stay on the lines. This is £2.95 for the pearl, and then add in the bail as an addition to that offer as well. So if you want these as an add it to your order, now's the time to do so. Right, if you hold it on the phone lines and you're buying the pearl, now just say to the call centre staff, wonderful people that they are, can I add this to my order please? The answer will be yes, they'll happily oblige, and you'll get the combination of this luxury look. And I will just show you how it works again. So with our sterling silver bells, I'll show you. First of all, they are stamped with the 925 seal of approval that it's 925 sterling silver. So on the back, I'll just show you. If I open my tweezers, you can see the little 925 stamp there. Yep, that's proving to guaranteeing that it's 925 sterling silver that we're working with. And then you've got your pendant bail with your cap, and it is for the exact pearl that we're working with. So it's for the 8 to 9 bead pearl. And if I just show you there how it locks in, and it couldn't be any more simple. What they normally say is that it's best to put the glue on the post rather than inside the pearl. But I know some people do a little bit of both, so it's up to you how you want to do it. But with your jewellery cement or glue, simply hold in place, and hey presto, you're going to get, I mean, that looks expensive. I don't care what anybody says. That could be in a jewellery shop, and that could be a lot of money. That could be a very considered purchase pendant, a very considered purchase pair of earrings. I mean, you would not look at those and go, oh, that's going to be an everyday opportunity. Now, again, everybody so far has multi-purchased, so everybody is matching the combination of the pearl with the bill. I mean, if you think about the gifts that you want to give to people, for example, coming up to the end of term for me in about 3 weeks' time for the kids, and you know, go through, right, what would I like to buy the teachers? Because you want to give the gift of gratitude. You want to say thank you for, you know making the kids as glorious as they are. So thanks very much for everything you've done. You want to take that time to say thank you. But you know what? You could do that with flowers. They last a couple of weeks. You could do it with chocolates. I mean, not many teachers that I know these days. My mum used to get boxes and boxes stacked of chocolates, and she never used to eat them because obviously, you know, she's trying to watch her weight and all of that malarkey. So, you know, if you want to buy your teachers something that you know that they're going to treasure, what about making them something special that doesn't look like the price that you... I mean, you could spend easily, what, £10 on a gift? If that's the case, tell you what about gifting something of something... Can we do that? How much is this going to be together? How much is the bail? £9.95. So we can do the bail, and we can do the for less than £13. Wow. Wow. So instead of getting that £10 box of chocolate, spend another couple of pounds, and you've got yourself the luxury of something special. I mean, it is something special as well, isn't it? Something that the teacher's going to treasure, something that they're going to really appreciate, wear with pride, and actually doesn't look like it's anything other than perhaps what could be a much more considered purchase item. Much more considered if you think about it, because pearls these days in sterling silver can cost you a lot of money. hold those phone lines. Please don't hang up, because if you hang up your phone, we will not answer. We'll not ring you back and you miss out. But if you keep a phone in your hand, I know it's busy, but your call will be answered. It is going to be answered, and it is a free phone number if you're holding on the lines. You're not investing anything other than your time, not your money, on those phone lines with us. And of course, alternatively, you can join us at JewelleryMaker.com. $9.95 for the addition to the pearl. You've got this luxury of solid sterling silver. Now we're looking at the quantity and obviously the allocation for those who've bought the pearl and are now holding on the lines to add the bail as well. We reckon we've got just shy of 30 left in stock now. So if you want any kind of decent quantity on the bail to match alongside the pearl, then you will need to be pretty sharpish, especially if you're on the web and you haven't checked out Devon, Warwickshire, Dorset, Kent, Essex, Somerset, Gloucestershire, Greater London. That's all web buyers who haven't checked out yet. Now, coming up, we do have another bail to introduce you to, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of a heads up on it, because it's a totally different style of bail, and you just might, you know, just to bear in mind, because this, I guess, is a little bit more of what you classify as an elongated drop design bail. Take a look at this. This is coming up later on, and as you can see there, gives a lovely drop design. So this is going to come your way. It's going to look really nice with that gorgeous extended, but I do have an addition. Now I'm going to be a little bit brave about this, because I'm going to say now the addition is a little bit of a treat. It's one of the only times that I've ever done this. It is pretty much your ultimate perfect pearl round. Now, just to be clear, this shape, this perfection of shape, is not going to sit within the same boundaries as the last pearl that you had. Right? We are not sitting within that boundary. Right? You spend a lot of money these days on this perfect shape of pearl. There are places out there, and I'll tell you right now, that we trade standardly on this kind of pearl in a single pearl. So normally we buy strands or we buy bundles, we buy this. Right, with this kind of quality of pearl, you buy one pearl, and you trade on one pearl. You buy one pearl on its own. You don't buy 20 pearls, you buy one pearl, and then you go somewhere else and you buy one pearl, and then you go somewhere else and you buy one pearl. Because a classic round pearl like this is hard to come by and it's expensive. So for us to be able to give you this deal, and it's going to look absolutely stunning on that shape of bail. That looks so expensive. I have to tell you, it's coming your way in about 10 minutes time. You've got the bail, and we're going to do you that classic round pearl. It is going to be more considered than the last pearl, but that's because of the shape. You know as well as I do, shape on this gemstone makes a massive difference to the price tag. So that's coming your way very soon indeed. Be prepared for that, because it's something big, very, very special for that combination. Very nice indeed. Right then, straight up we go. The wonderful world of pearls. See, we should have had some kind of jingle for the pearl showcase, shouldn't we? I feel like we need to jingle ourselves up a bit. We don't have enough jingles, do we? We need to like have a word and just go, right, we'll write them, we'll sing them. Yeah? Do you think we could get away with it? Pearl, 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 pearl. Oh, nice. Nice. I think actually pearls needs to be more of an opera. Pearl, 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 showcase. That's what we need, don't we? That's what we need. I think that's what pearls need. Thanks very much. I'm here all night. You see what I mean? You know what I mean? We need to do that. We need more jingles. Bring on the jingles. Are you sending an email now, Beck? Beck's sending an email now. I'm happy to offer my services for my... We need to think about like, what gemstone needs what kind of jingle. You know, because pearls do need that kind of elegance. But perhaps we need a little bit of, you know, fun for each kind of... I think we need to make that happen. If you've got any ideas, we'd love to hear from you. Share with us what you think. If you want to text in, you can text in right now. Make sure you start your text with the words JM Studio, because then we know that you're talking to us. And your text number is 60777. Normal network charges do apply. Get in touch with us. If you've got any ideas for jingles, what gemstone needs a jingle and what kind of jingle does it need? That's what we need. We need some support on this. We need to be able to contact our team we have an incredible team, but we need some, you know, a couple of really good tags, a couple of really good ideas and suggestions for them to get on board. That's it. What does Bridget just said? Wow, that was amazing. Ah, thanks, Bridget. Actually, in my past life, I did train as an opera singer. That was a long, long time when I was very young. When I was, yeah, and then other things happen, Bridget, as they do in life, don't they, Bridget? They just come along and the curveball of life changes everything up. We have got for you white freshwater pearls, near rounds again. We're talking about that perfection of shape that really brings home the bacon and top quality look on your jewellery design. 6x5, so near rounds, not quite, but they're very close. And you've got this 40cm strand. Shall I show you how white they are against the skin? Because they just come to life against the skin, this kind of quality of pearl. They look amazing, don't they? And they really do lift an outfit. I think the reason that I wear my pearls as much as I do is because they really are the most transformational look to an outfit. You know, I can look very plain, look, very plain outfit, very plain. I mean, I've got a colourful belt on, but you can't see that. This is very plain, and then literally, chink, boom. It does lift the outfit, it does change the look, it has such a resonance. And I love the fact that pearls can do that for all manner of outfits, from day wear to evening wear, for all generations. And that's what I love about pearls more than anything. It is generationally really, really impressive that this gemstone can transform itself against any neckline for any wrist wear. You know, put that on the wrist and you just instantly see elegance, you instantly see style, and you've got that. I'd stack with this perhaps a nice silver bracelet. I'd stack it with, you know, layer it up, give a little bit of a funkiness to it. That's how I'd wear it. You might wear it in a very different way, but there's no rights and no wrongs with pearls. They just look great, and they are versatile, they are adaptable, they'll create a style. Absolutely amazing. What's that? Somebody's just asked me to do it. Play it again, Sham. I can't do it again. Can you rewind the tape? I'm joking. £14.95 is all you pay. The beautiful quality that we have. And these are real white pearls, aren't they? These are real ice white pearls. Can I just bring in some of those peacock pearls that we have? If I just do that. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that against those peacock pearls. Look at how white those pearls are. I mean, they are seriously white pearls, aren't they? Absolutely stunning quality. And I would twist them as well. Absolutely. People are begging. Literally. I couldn't do it again now because I just feel like I'd let you down. I genuinely would feel like I would let you down if I tried to sing again. Once is enough. Once is enough. Congratulations if you've already got a phone in your hand. A beautiful, fresh, ice white pearl that you have. It's great against those peacock pearls, which of course are a little bit of a special treat. Those will come up in the last hour if you're wanting to get those 5 metres of peacock pearls. £14.95. It is your pearl showcase, and these are your ice white, ice baby. £14. They are ice white though, aren't they? When you start to talk about working with pearls alongside seed beads, as you do, because you're really, I guess in some ways, your whole jewellery making journey is based around seed beads and more than anything else, isn't it? When you're working with pearls alongside seed beads, is there anything that you're looking for from a pearl? Because I always think with something like a seed bead, because you have that guarantee of the exact shape repeated, I presume that it's probably quite good if you've got a bit like this strand, that repeatable shape, you know, that guaranteed near round form is probably quite important, is it?
Yes, I mean, if I'm doing quite a uniform piece, then I would need perfect round. So for those sort of things, I'd probably look at shell pearls or maybe the Swarovski pearls. But if you're doing something where you need to embellish your work, then you can use any shape of pearl. And I like to use like the biwa pearls and the keshu pearls, and they go really well with the seed beads if you use them as an embellishment.
I think it's interesting with seed beading, there is a uniformity to it. There's quite a lot of times where it's quite a strict pattern and print almost that you're creating, isn't it?
Yes.
And I guess in some ways, when you've got that precision, to add in that quality of nature, but within the nature that gives a little bit more precision of shape, biwa pearls and things like that, and your baroque pearls are so a little bit more haphazard that perhaps you're creating a different style. But with these kind of pearls, especially at this price tag, that perfect near round, not quite perfect, but you know, the near round, that gives you that symmetry, it gives you that balance, I presume, in a design.
It will do, yeah, and obviously it's easier to work with the perfect round when you are beading around them. Things like your increases, they're all perfectly spaced out. We're going to do a bit of that with the second kit, and I'll show you what I mean about if it's perfect round, it'd be a lot easier, but you have to sort of go a little bit freestyle if it's not perfect.
Well, I have to say, the next kit, this next hour, whoa, it's a bit of a corker, and the design is amazing. You're going to really enjoy that. I know that Jill's put it on her Facebook page, and she's had lots and lots of reaction. So if you would like to join us, keep watching. This is a very special showcase of design, but also the kit. The kit's really cracking though, isn't it? It's all about peacocks, and actually I've been to Warwick Castle today with the kids and the husband, and there's peacocks all around, and they make the most fabulous sound. They're amazing, aren't they? Warwick Castle's a brilliant place to go. I don't know whether I'm allowed to endorse it. There's other castles around the world, I'm sure. Don't know whether I'm allowed to say that it's there's Corfe Castle. I've been there just recently. Oh, Bulmaris, I was there not so long ago in Anglesey. That's pretty cool. The best castle that wasn't built, Beaumaris. How good's that? That's quite a cool title for a castle, isn't it?
That is a good name, yeah.
The best castle that was never built. It's quite cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I've been there. So I've just mentioned 3, because these days, if you mention something, you're meant to mention them in 3s, because that's, I don't know why, something to do with something on television, right? So there's my 3 castles. I've ticked that box. But yes, so I was there today, and we were looking at the peacock. The peacocks were just out in full force. The sun was shining, it was blazing yesterday today. And as soon as I came in and Jill showed me her peacock's design of these sea beads, I was like, oh, that's exactly the colours. It's amazing. The kit's amazing. I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Absolutely gorgeous, and that's the kit in the next hour. I think you'll really enjoy learning how to do that. So Jill will be taking you through that. That was a little sneaky peek, and that's coming your way in around about 25 minutes or so. But we've got plenty more to fit in before that. Let's go. Oh, hang on. And I'll just give me self a tweak. Hang on. There. Done it. Ooh. Now these are rondelles, and again, the size of these, let's not underestimate, right, the size. And if you do a tiny modicum of research on the size of pearls, I'll guarantee that most traders will say your largest and most significant pearl that you would normally get averagely is about 7 to 7.5. And here we are trading an 8 as just an average deal, an average opportunity. 8 by 5mm, not small, not itsy bitsy teeny weenies. We're talking drastically impressive size here. If you are going to join us today with our pearl deals, and of course don't forget this is a pearl showcase weekend or evening, that is, we are really pushing the pricing. We're doing everything we possibly can to make your pearl deals really impressive. So if you already bought from us, you've already got your great pearl deal, then this is an add it to your order pearl deal. First come, first served on this next opportunity. Rondelles in the larger 8 by 5. Wish I had more of these, but I don't, but they've been very well received. This is going to be a sellout. At this price tag, it's definitely going to be a sellout. Do I need to even speak? Do I even need to say anything? I think not. I think literally the price speaks for itself. £6.95 is all you pay. My director says, shall we just see how long we can go without you talking, Vicky? I did get, I've only ever received one really nasty letter from somebody, and I've worked in TV for 13, 14 years, so I've done all right, very lovely, lovely people, but one really nasty letter, and it's funny how you remember the nasty and you don't remember all the nice. It's sad, isn't it? But it's how the brain works. And it said, at the end, really didn't get my job at all. They just went, and will you shut up? That's how it ended. There were so many horrible things that they said, and just right at the end of it, just almost like an afterthought of, will you shut up? It's like, I don't think that's my job. I think my job is to talk, you know, and you do have a remote control. £6.95 is all you pay. An amazing treat, £6.95 is all you pay. A wonderful deal to be had here. Massive congratulations to you. Free phone number is all you need to dial at the bottom of the screen. That's going to be a sellout deal, that one. That's going to be an on and gone deal. Let's go to, ooh, these are nice. Oh, I want to see these straight on my neckline. I just want to show you them here. You know, if you saw these in a shop window, no, actually, let's forget the shop window, right? But let's actually see these on somebody else's neckline. Let's think of, you know, friend, perhaps you're going to see these, you know, these on an associate, a work colleague, and you see these. Genuinely, what is the price tag that you're thinking that they've paid? You know, when you look at this quality of pearl, when you look at the distinction and know that they're genuine pearls, I mean, instinctively, you probably know that anyway, but you know, if you want the certificate of authenticity, you can get that for 25p. But I mean, for me, when I see that, especially from that kind of distance, when you just see the way that it cushions against the skin, you've got that princess drop. They call it the princess drop because it's meant to extend the neckline and highlight the shoulders to give an elegance, and that's gorgeous 16 to 18 inch drop that you can create from this strand. That look, what price tag? Where do you reckon on your price range that they've paid? I want to ask the question now, and as the price comes in, I don't think you have the same answer. I can't believe you'd have the same answer. With the look that I've just shown you on my neckline, that's going to be on somebody else's neckline, could be your neckline, that is not the answer, is it? £5.95. That's not average pricing for quality pearls of freshwater luxury. That is not going to be your everyday price tag, and yet that is exactly your added to your order price deal. Absolute blinding opportunities from us today. Make the most of our luxury pearls, as I say. A whole showcase of pearls, a whole day embracing our amazing prowess of buying power for pearls. I genuinely don't think there's many places like us when it comes to our facility to make pearls affordable. I certainly don't think there's many places that can give you such an incredible arrangement of pearls for prices that really are exceptionally low when you look at the trade. And it's just with us, why you've got to react on these deals is because we do stand so far out of the norm for retail when it comes to this grade of pearl. We stand so far out of the norm that you can create your own jewellery for £5.95 that probably for most people is hundreds of pounds worth of a look. You know, for a lot of people, you wear that look, you've made it, and it's cost, the main ingredient is £5.95. You add on a clasp and some thread, you probably are looking at another maybe £10 max. So we're talking around about £14, not even that. Do you know what, a clasp's not going to cost you that much. I mean, it's probably going to be at £1, £1.50. I'm going to say for less than £10. I'm going to add the thread, I'm going to create the look. Sterling silver, pearls need sterling silver in my mind. So I'm going to do the whole look. I'm going to be able to do that for about £10 if I'm buying from JM. If I'm buying from here, I'm going to make this look. That look for £10. Now, what I can tell you is that for most places retail, this look is 3 figures. When it's freshwater pearls, when it's the quality of white freshwater pearls, it could be 3 figures. Now, obviously, if you're selling your jewellery, I'm not suggesting that you're going to put that price tag of £100 because obviously, you know, we sell at different prices. It depends on where you live. It depends on, you know, the kind of your pricing structure that you want to implement to your jewellery. Maybe you're not even thinking about giving it as a retail item. Maybe it's just a gift. But nobody, I genuinely say nobody can tell me that that is a £5.95 look. You can't say on the neckline, if you had a clasp of sterling silver quality, that you'd say that that is a £10 average price point. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. An amazing treat for you there. Pearls with that beautiful quality for £5.95. Queues on the phone lines right now, so if you have found yourself holding on the lines, it's a free phone number, which means that you're just investing your time, not your money on the lines. And if you're joining us on the web, well, make sure you check it out your basket, because there's a lot of people who haven't. Ella, Pippa, Christine, Sue, still to check out on the web. But if you're on the phone lines, we see you there. Don't worry, about a queue of about a minute and a half on the lines, but that's because it's just a really good deal. So stay on the lines and we'll process your call as fast as we can. Massive congratulations. Got £5.95 for five. I said it's £5.95. Congratulations to you if you got that deal. Lots still to come. Don't forget that the next kit. Should we give you another sneaky peek of the next kit? Go on, Em. Go on, Em. Give him a sneaky peek. Sneaky peek of kit number 2. I was thinking of a jingle there. I went quiet because I was thinking of a jingle for your peacock's plume. Ooh. I shan't sing it because it was a poor one in my head. I thought, nah, let's not do that. I'll work it out. We'll try and have a jingle later on. But that's your sneaky peek of what's to come in the next hour. We have got for you, though, before that, well, it's that bail and it's that pearl and it's that amazing deal. And this is when we really set ourselves apart, because, you know, we've seen shapes, we've seen different diversities, but this next one is the go-to. You standardly buy the perfect round pearl in a single pearl. You don't multi-purchase them, you don't buy them in stock of 20s or 10s or even 5s. You buy one pearl, and that's why this is such a special treat, because we really are showing you our prowess, our power, our ability to purchase something extra special multiply on this grade of pearl. An absolute treat. And the silver bail that goes with, it's just a perfect add it to your order. Ah, yeah. Perfect round, and the perfect teardrop of silver, like this. Ah, I mean, that looks really good, doesn't it? That could be a pair of earrings. That could be a perfect matching pendant. And that could actually be in addition to perhaps a nice wristwear piece, and you get the whole suite. Personally, for me, that has to be the centerpiece to a chain. That's it, nothing else, just a single chain. Nice classic, maybe a classic twisted 4 centina chain, maybe a nice spigata, that kind of thing, just a little bit more elegant than perhaps your standard curb or that type of style. I'd go a little bit more detailed, and then I'd go there. I'd just go that centerpiece looking good. You've got the bail, that sterling silver bail is absolutely nailing the elegance of this overall design. Now, I'm going to bring you the pearl shortly. The pearl is an absolute treat and a half for collectors. Anybody who's looking for that round, that perfect round, we've got it. We've nailed it. So that's coming. But before that, what about this? Solid sterling silver, an elongation. I'm calling it the teardrop design. And the reason I'm calling it the teardrop design is because it's got this extended silver work. It's got that beautiful elegance. And then you've got, and I will just show you that, you've got all of the detail from the front and to the back, and then into the post as well. So all of this look coming your way as a very elegant addition to your pearl design. The pearl itself in the round is actually half drill, which is designed for this size of bail. So they're actually working hand in hand. They're kind of meant to be together, to be honest. I think in my mind, they were probably put together for a reason, and they belong together. And you've got the quality. But actually what I'm going to say is more a case of how many you're going to buy. Are you going to create that suite of jewellery? Are you going to do this as a matching pair of earrings as well as a matching neckline piece? If I just show you the size of the bail as it sits on the neckline, you can see that it is absolutely designed to sit as a centerpiece for a chain, isn't it? It's absolutely designed to sit there holding that pearl as a centerpiece almost extending it, teardrop, liquid formation of silver work, giving that beautiful precision to the overall visuals of your jewellery design. It's a beautiful bail. Whatever you're going to add to it, whether it be the classic pearl, whether it be the detail of another gemstone, the choice is yours. But what I do know is that the price tag is a multi-purchase deal. $9.95 is all you pay. Designed fit for purpose to absolutely create an elegant and efficient way to hold your pearl. Because these are designed essentially for pearls more than anything else, because we all know that a half-drilled pearl with then a post that sits within it, that's an instant high-class piece of jewellery. So these are designed with that in mind, but there is obviously lots of more freedom and liberty that you can take from this one ingredient or this one finding. We always say with Jewellery Maker, there's no rights and there's no wrongs. If it's designed for one, doesn't mean to say that it's the only job that it can do. We often use, we often use a lot of different ingredients in lots of different ways, and that's the nice thing about jewellery making is that there isn't a right or wrong. It's just how you see what you want it to be and how you work it. We've got here this luxury opportunity. $9.95 is all you pay. I'll show you again with the pearl just so you can see how it sits. Then if you do want the pearl, that's coming straight up after this deal for the bail. Let me just show you there in the post. I mean, they just belong together. They do belong together, don't they?
Yeah, it's such a classic look, isn't it?
I think the nicest thing about it is that, you know, we're all of different generations, we're all of different ages, but I can pretty much guarantee that my daughter would love this as much as I love it, as much as my mum would love it. You know, I think that generationally, this kind of look is just timeless, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, and the quality, I mean, you can just pass it down through the family, can't you?
Totally. And I think sometimes, you know, with pearls especially, there is that longevity, there is that wearability factor. And you can't say that with every gemstone. You can't say that every gemstone has got that sustainability from generation to generation. But with pearls, you really can. You really can see this from one to another to another. We have got for you the add it to your order now. If you've got the bail, congratulations. If you want the pearl, ooh, now this is a treat. We would normally, with this round pearl, now look at that, not half round, not nearly round, not kind of round, but this is classified as a perfect round pearl. Now, the reality for us is that when we're saying a round pearl, we are introducing you to one of the most expensive additions to our vault. Because a classic round pearl that is identified as a round pearl. Now, this is not me saying it's a round pearl, that's the graphics. And the graphics, they control everything and they control our pricing. The reality is if this was near round, if this was half round, if this was any other shape, we could play with the price. The reality is this says round pearl. This therefore says high price tag, and I may as well tell you now, this is not going to be the price tag of the last pearl that we did. That's not the way it works within the pearl industry. Normally with a round pearl, you buy one and you buy one at a certain price tag. You literally buy one of these kind of quality pieces and that's it. When we're bringing you a multi-purchase deal, when we can offer you more than one, then we're showing you why you buy from us. We have some of the most impressive power of pricing, and this is going to be one of the lowest prices you'll ever see for a perfect classic round pearl. Trust me, that is absolutely the loop pricing. That is truly mine. I can tell you now, the system is not telling us £12.95. Our computer system is not suggesting that £12.95 is the price tag that Becky should have taken us to. Becky has 100% rebelled against the price tag to give you this big deal offer. Of course, it's the Pearl Weekend. We've celebrated pearls all day today, and you've really got that embracing on this opportunity. Absolutely nailing that price point to £12.95. Huge opportunity. And we are talking about tradition here. You know, for a while, and probably maybe about the last 2 or 3 years, there's been a bit of a divide where the industry has really embraced the Baroque pearl because it's natural and it's shaped in a unique form. But there has never been a time where the round pearl has gone out of fashion. There's never been a time where people haven't wanted a perfect round pearl. And a perfect round pearl is almost impossible. It can be replicated, but it's almost impossible to be replicated. And that's what makes this so special. £12.95 is your one-off deal, one-off opportunity. Becky's just said there is no way that she's going to be able to give that price tag happening again. She cannot guarantee that price tag again. That's your chance. There's your offer. This is the one to max out on. Huge congratulations if you have been successful on this. It's a free phone number that you're dialing. You can join us at JewelleryMaker.com. An absolute treat and a half on this opportunity. If you've already bought from us today, add as many times as you like on a single postage packaging. If you've got the silver bail, this is now you add it to your order. If you want to join us and you don't want to miss out on these exclusive pearl deals, and of course with it being a pearl weekend, we really are pushing the pricing of our pearls a lot lower than you would normally anticipate, then now is your chance. Now is your time to react. Huge congratulations. And of course what's even better with us is that we give you a 30-day money back guarantee. So you get this home, you see for yourself the quality, you see the shape, you see the pricing elsewhere, you do your research. 30 days is a long time to price research, to go and see what else is happening elsewhere. If you're not happy with what we've provided, you send it back, your money goes back into your account. No questions asked. The likelihood of you researching and you looking at this quality and then sending this back is pretty much zero in my mind. But I would genuinely see this as a chance to be able to create a wonderful suite, a classic, elegant suite. You've got your drop star pearl earrings and then you've got your matching pearl drop pendant. For me, that's an exceptional quality of pearl to create that precision of style. Earrings and then the centerpiece on the neckline. Job's done, and you haven't paid hundreds. You could have, because trust me, with that shape of pearl, you could have. If you went to else other places, you could have spent a lot of money for a single neckline look of that distinction of pearl. And then to get the matching earrings, of course, getting a double whammy of matching pearls, even more difficult to secure. We're guaranteeing the quality, we're guaranteeing that luxury of multi-purchasing. More people multi-buying again than single buyers. Jackie, you've definitely got yours. Dawn and Karen, Philippa, great to have your company. Yvonne and Sandra, Margaret's multi-purchased, Rosa's multi-purchased. Congratulations to you. Lots of people maximising on this exquisite formation. And again, because it's 30-day money back period, you have got the time to research. You've got plenty of time to see if anywhere else can compete. I can't think of anywhere else that can do what we can do. Now, we've got one more sneaky peek of our next kit to just show you, to just give you a teaser of what's to look forward to in terms of creating and in terms of the kit. I mean, this is a seed bead heaven kit when it comes to combinations of colours and a palette of texture. I love that peacock's plume, but on top of that, look at this. I mean, there's a sense of luxury to this this way, but you've just seen what, oh yes, it's not just about seed beads. How do you fancy one of the most significant pearl strands that we have got? Can I tell you that we worked out that we are going to be taking not just a little bit of jingle jangle change off this deal. You should be paying £60 for that pearl strand alone. I tell you now, nowhere near the price tag. Nowhere near the price tag. You've got something really, really big happening with that kit. We're going to talk serious money coming off that price tag. We should be closer to 60. I can tell you we're nowhere near 50. In fact, when I tell you how low we're going to go, not just for the strand of pearls, but for the seed bead, oh, it's going on. It's kicking off in the next hour. Loads still to look forward to as we embrace our final live hour of our Saturday Pearl Showcase. Plenty more to come, and that luxury of a full-featured strand of pearls, plus more, coming straight up with our kit after the break. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Do you need a helping hand to get started with Jewellery Maker? Are you stuck for ideas and need inspiration? Then visit our Jewellery Maker website, where you can find our video tutorials. Expand your knowledge and skills with these easy-to-follow jewellery making demonstrations. Whether you're a beginner, hobbyist, or business owner, there's always something new to learn. It couldn't be easier. Simply click and learn some new jewellery making techniques.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Did you know no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging? Select our standard delivery for just $3.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $5.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Just had digestive. Nothing like a good digestive at 9 o'clock at night. We have got for you an almighty kit. I think this is one of my favourite kits, and I'm not saying it lightly. I absolutely love this kit. The seed beads are great, but the main feature is an almighty strand. Now, when you first walked into our production area, pretty much the first conversation we had was about the meterage of this pearl strand, because this is redonkulously impressive, because the quality of the pearls, and if I just show you a tiny percentage, let's show you 2 inches, 3 inches, that kind of length. Let's just show you the quality of this strand there. If I just hold that like so, and you see the colour spectrum of this strand, that is peacock pearls. That is exactly what you want in a peacock pearl. You want the plumage of greens, you want purples, you want pinks, you want that radiance of iridescence, you want that luxury of shimmering colour. You've got it. This is absolute peacock pearl perfection, absolute guarantee. But if you've got it in that kind of length, that's what, 2 inches, 2.5 inches, something like that, look. Boom! It's a metre of that quality. It's a full metre of that. And I've just checked it in the break while I was having my digestive. There's not one, literally not one in this strand that doesn't hold its own as a single. And we were just talking of all this meterage, this whole metre of pearl, right? Jill is literally going to use one in her technique, one. But the amazing thing is, the quality allows that one to stand on its own. Because sometimes the colour of a peacock pearl is, it's sitting right there. And because it sits right there, you probably need multiples to really get the shimmer of the colour, to get the pinks and the purples and the greens all mixed together. The quality of this pearl, it absolutely nails every one of them. Every one can be a single stone. And I think actually in reality, you probably would have had to have adapted your design if the quality of the pearl in this whole metre wasn't as strong as it was.
Yeah, yeah. They're such a lovely colour, aren't they?
They're exceptional, absolutely glorious. I'm just going to take another part of the strand. I mean, literally, I could take any part. I'm happy to show you the whole strand as it sits because the quality of the colouring, I just think, is magnificent. This is what you expect from peacock pearls. And as I say, there is variance. There is, you know, in nature's variety of pearls, there are going to be variants. Sometimes they're darker. Sometimes you get some of the greens, but you don't always get the pinks. Sometimes you get the pinks, but you don't get the purples. Here, everything. The full plume of colour from the peacocks, the colouring that you have. And I do love the fact that it shimmers with that iridescence. And as I say, going to Warwick Castle today, and there's peacocks just walking around, and literally as the peacock, as it literally lifts, especially in the sun that we've had today, as it lifts, the colour of the greens and the pinks and the purples, it's almost, you can't call it a peacock pearl unless it has this colour in, because you're not really selling something that is right and fitting to the name unless it has that iridescence and that shimmer. And as I say, as the peacocks today were showing, and then the sound the peacock makes is amazing. It's really quite loud. It's quite impressive. And my 3-year-old didn't like it at all. Oh, mummy, my ears. But interestingly enough, that green, pink, purple plume, boom, that's exactly what you've got here in every single stone. Every single one that you have is like this. And that's what I love about it. And as I said, great news is that Jill's going to show you how to create a piece of jewellery that only needs one out of a full featured strand. I mean, I don't even want to guess how many's on this strand, but you're going to be able to make a lot of that peacock's plume design and in the seed bead design in this one strand alone. That's not where we're stopping though. Although I will tell you, according to our system, this strand should be $59.95. Should be, right? Our system categorically sits this price tag of this metre as $59.90. I want you to remember that price tag because I'm about to add on 150 findings, but I'm not taking you to $59.95. I'm taking you lower. I'm going lower. I know it doesn't make a lot of sense. You're getting more for less, but that's just the way it goes with our bundles. It's just what we like to do. We like to push those boundaries, and the boundaries are about to be pushed. Next up, you've got here 150. That's approximately 150 findings in this amazing findings bundle, from head pins to feather head pins, crimp beads to crimp bead covers, shepherd hooks to bolt ring clasps, spacers to jump rings, and a metre of chain. All of this is included in the deal that you're about to see. So let's just go back and let's remind ourselves that the pearls alone should be retailing on our own website, fact, $59.95. That's the price tag you should be paying. You're getting the strand of pearls and 150 findings for $39.95. I mean, you should be paying, what, about £65, £66 for this bundle, and we've just sliced the price to under 40. What is that, a third of the price? Yeah, we've just sliced off a third of the price. We've put over 20 plus pounds, 25 pounds I think it is, back into your pocket. That's a huge saving when you're not actually changing the quality of what you're getting. You're getting everything and more, but all you're doing is getting less. Absolutely almighty quality. A huge deal that you have. Absolutely magnificent look. If you would like to join us, stay on those lines. $39.95. An absolute treat. So in that one necklace, you've got a centre pearl and the rest are seed beads, right? Mm-hmm. The seed beads that you've got here, all of this design here, you're going to teach us how to do that with our seed bead bundle that we've got.
Yes.
So what you've worked with in this, the centre stone, pearl, then the rest are all seed beads. Look at that combination. That's going to come up next. But then into the neckline, you've worked with seed beads and pearls together, have you?
Yeah.
And you've just mixed it up and just given that texture to the neckline.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing, isn't it? I mean, that is just blinding. Congratulations, £25 plus saving on that deal. Should have been the pearls on their own for $59.95, and yet we've just done the whole bundle, including 150 findings, for $39.95. That is a sellout. That's got to be a sellout, surely. Just with savings like that, that's a Saturday deal that you don't expect to see very often. But I don't want you to miss out on the next opportunity, because if you fall in love, and we've had some wonderful comments, I know you'd already received some on your Facebook page, but actually loads of people have been messaging about this gorgeous Peacock's design. If you want to create that look, you need the pearls and you need this next bundle. This next bundle is an absolute must-have for the colourings. I mean, this is nailing that iridescent glow that I was seeing in the Peacocks just today with my little ones. You've got here a combination of your Miyuki pearl, seed beads, and they're ranging in size, and you're getting all of them together. Now let me just give you a heads up of exactly what the colours are. Miyuki Delica Blue Iris are your 8s, then you've got your Delicas in your metallic, which are your purple and gold iris, which are 11s. Then you've got your Miyuki Delica in your opaque dark grey, which is the Aurora Borealis, a little bit more colour coming through those in the 11s. Then you've got your Duracoat Galvanised. Now I know a lot of the professionals who work with seed beads day in, day out, the likes of Jill, will say that the galvanised is absolutely must-have. Now, most people say that they love to work with the galvanised because it has that durability factor. That's the 11s as well. And then finally, you've got your Miyuki Fuchsia Lined Emerald, and those are also 11s. So all of this bundle, a bundle of real Peacock's colourings, especially when you see them working together. 5 feature tubes, loads of jewellery to be made. You can see that this is not just about the Peacock's design that Jill's made, but you can go on to all the other designs, from the bracelet to the other necklace. All of those have all got even more of these seed beads. So the seed beads are not just for the Peacock. This goes a long, long way. You know, we are talking about this is going to make a real hit to your jewellery designs and to your jewellery craftsmanship. There's another one. See, there's another bracelet. Not just within the design of the pearls, but look, you've got even more of those seed beads. Seed beads go a long way, don't they?
Oh, they do, especially in the big tubes like that.
But even in the small tubes, we can't underestimate how far they go. They really do extend your jewellery design in such massive ways, don't they?
Yeah.
Even if it's just a case of you want to break up your pearls to do a longer length on your necklaces, and you just want to use those seed beads as spacers, they work beautifully in that way, don't they?
Yeah. They match these pearls beautifully.
Yeah, really complimentary. Okay, you've got your seed bead bundle. It's a combination of Miyukis and Delicas for just $19.95. A combination of real complementary colours, but then that gold that just sparks against that gorgeous richness of the peacock's iridescent colours. Absolutely fantastic deal. If you want to create that look that you can see here, especially of the peacock's feather, which we've got so many compliments of, if you want to create that look, then this is the combination. This is the one to go for. I wouldn't suggest that, you know, if you've got stuff in your stash, that you probably get that effect unless you're working with this combination, especially alongside the peacock's pearls that we've just brought to you. So absolutely amazing treat for you there. £19.95. If you do want to join us today, of course, you can join us on the phone lines. It's a free phone number. Alternatively, you can join us at JewelleryMaker.com. Whichever way you're going to do it, it's under £20 and it's yours for the taking. But we are going to learn. So anybody who's been messaging in going, oh, please make sure that she shows me how to do. Good news is we are going to learn how to do the actual detail of the peacock.
Yes. Yes?
Okay, we're going to do it. So how do we get started?
Okay, so you need to pick your pearl.
Okay.
A lot to choose from, so
yep.
find your favourite.
Say, it's not like we're reduced to one or two. Yeah, we've got a full stacked strand there.
Okay, so we need to start building our seed beads around that central pearl. So it's mainly all made out of brick stitch, and we increase the beads as we go out from the pearl.
Okay.
So to start the brick stitch off, let me find some thread.
And what thread are you working with?
I've just got some KO, but again, you can use whatever you want.
Why do you choose KO? Because you use KO more than... Do you use more than KO than Fireline and things, or not?
I do use Fireline,
yeah.
and I use a Wildfire, but the things like your KO and your Nymo, they come in all different colours.
Right.
So you can hide your thread. It doesn't stand out, whereas if you're using like your Wildfire or your Fireline, it comes in black and white.
Okay, so with the KO, you've just got a little bit more colour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your nylon threads, there's all sorts of colours. So yeah, there'll be one to match every design that you do.
And just to let you know, just before we get started, £19.95 is all you pay. We've got a lot of people on the phone lines right now. Sorry about the queues, but your call will be answered as fast as we can. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this. As soon as I showed you the actual design of the peacock's plume, loads of people have reacted. Everybody's very excited about this deal. So if you do want to guarantee, £19.95 is all you pay. Huge congratulations if you've already got it, but if you haven't, stay on the lines. We see you there. Your call will be answered, and everybody will pay under £20. Right. Sorry about that. We just want to make sure that we've got lots of people holding.
Right, okay, so get yourself a nice comfortable length of thread. If you can work with like over 1 metre, that's great, but if you can't, you can always just add more in as you go along. So we start off by doing our ladder stitch, because that's the first row of our brick stitch.
Okay.
So to do that, we're starting off with the bluey green delicas.
Right.
And they're the ones that are the same colour as the pearl.
They are.
And you're going to pick up 2.
Lots of people have been messaging in thinking that these ones here were actually seed beads of pearls. They thought they were so close to the actual peacock pearl that they thought they were actually pearls themselves. So loads of people have messaged in about that. So no, they are seed beads, everyone.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've got 2 of them on there, and I am going to go back through the first seed bead. And when you pull your thread tight, these 2 seed beads should be sat next to each other. Okay, and then you take your thread and then you're going to go back up the second seed bead there. And then we're going to make a long chain of these. So to continue, just again pick up one of your delicas, and then we're going to go through the previous bead, make sure he sits in place, and then take your needle.
So are the barrels sitting in exactly the same form? So you want them stacked on top of each other?
They will be stacked on top of each other,
okay.
Yeah. You need about 18 of these in a row.
18?
18.
Okay.
To fit around your pearl.
Okay.
So I've got my 18 here. Now at this point it's a good idea to tie off the tail end, because it gets in the way and your beads, they're not very secure at that end. So I've just popped a little needle on the tail of the thread. Okay, get all your seed beads sitting up as they're supposed to, and then just take that tail end and then just weave up and down along your chain.
Okay, yep.
And then if you just sort of take your needle and then hook it underneath one of the little bridges of thread that are going between the beads. Okay, just hook it under. Then we're just going to tie a little knot, so just go through the loop of your thread. And that's tied it off for you. And then again, just to hide the tail, we're just going to, again, just go sort of in and out of the beads. And that'll hide your thread. Okay, so I'll just cut that one off. Right, let's get rid of that. Right, so back to your main thread. This is where we add our pearl on. Can't see where we are.
I've got you.
Okay, so I've got my pearl on the end of my ladder stitch. So it takes about 9 seed beads to get to the other side of the pearl. So getting all those sitting around the edge, count 9 of your chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, that's right, and go up through that bead. And this will start your seed beads sitting around your pearl.
Yeah, it's already just capping it, isn't it?
Yeah. So then take your thread, go through the next seed bead in your chain, and then go back through the pearl again. Okay. And then we're going to go up through the seed bead that's at the beginning of the chain. Make sure we sit in the right way up. Is he sitting? No, I've got it the wrong way through.
Is this really important to get the right setting at this point then, is it?
Yes, you've got to make sure that all your beads are sitting as they should, which mine isn't. 1 second.
So what's it doing?
I've put the thread the wrong way through it.
Yeah.
So it's sat twisted. It's a different way to all the rest of them. So I just have to, if I find the right bit of thread, I can...
Oh, you're just undoing it so that you have
Yeah.
it sitting the right way around?
Yes.
So that then it sits...
Sits properly, yeah.
Okay, and why does, if it's wrong, what's the result?
Well, it's not sitting aligned with all the rest of them.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to do your next row because it won't be sat.
All right. So it has an implication on the whole of the
Yes.
rest of the pattern.
Yes.
Okay, so this actually is quite important.
It's
to get
quite
it the right
important,
way.
yeah. You've got to make sure you get it the right way. If it's not, then just take a few minutes to undo it and...
I guess it's the
Try
quite nice
again.
thing is that you can undo it, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to try again.
Get it standing in the right way.
Yeah.
Make sure it's not being so tricky.
There he is. Right,
Okay.
so they're all standing upright around
Yeah.
the pearl. And then you need to bring the end of your chain, and it should match up.
Yeah.
Okay. So then if you just take your needle and then go through the end of the chain.
And for those who are watching for the first time, when you've got a bendy needle, that doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't matter, all your needles bend. I think every seed beader has their own sort of unique bend as to how much pressure you put
how
on
they do
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of your needles will end up the same shape. It's really bizarre.
But it's not a problem. I
No,
just think it's
no.
one of those, when you see a bent needle, you're probably going, well, why is she using that? And is it not that she needs to get something straight, but it doesn't make any difference?
It doesn't make any difference, no. They're all going to bend because they're really bendy anyway.
Yeah.
So you can. And sometimes if you have a bend in your needle, it helps you to hook it under
Yes.
and come out. So yes, it does help. Okay, so I just need to make sure these guys are sitting the right way, which they are. And you're just going to go through both of the beads so they join up together in
Can
a
you show that to
circle.
the camera just so we can see how they're locked in the right form? That's
Ooh.
it, yeah. Can you see how you've got that and they're all in the right...
They're all standing
It's really
up.
important that they're stood up like that, though, eh?
Yeah, in the right way. I mean,
Yeah.
they will start to lie down a little bit, but you'll pick them up as you go around for the next row.
Okay.
So now we're going to stick with the same colour bead, and we're going to do another row on top of this. So this is easier if you've got a perfect round, as I was saying before, because your increases are going to be even all the way around. I'll just lock it off a little bit more so it's a little bit more secure for us. But you can see where you need to add an increase, so it's fairly easy. So I've got my thread exiting the top of one of those beads now. So I need to start doing my next row. So I'm going to pick up 2 of those
You sticking in the same colour?
Yep, same colour.
Move that needle.
Yeah, it's the other way, isn't it? Right, so I've got my 2 seed beads there. Now, because we're doing brick stitch, this is where you hook your needle underneath the little bridge of thread. Okay?
You do what?
There's in between each of these little guys that are standing up,
Yeah.
there is a little bridge of thread.
Yeah.
Okay?
So you're not going in and out of the beads anymore?
Not anymore, no, we're going in and out of the thread.
Ah, no, I've never done this before.
Right, so we are going to get the little bridge of thread
Yeah.
that's going between the next 2 beads. So we're going to hook under there. And then just pull it tight, and then those 2 beads will sit upright on top of your row. Okay, and then to finish off the brick stitch, you then take your needle up through the second bead. So that's how you start off a row with a brick stitch.
Yeah, I'll have to do that again.
Yeah. So the first beads that you put on, you put 2 on, okay? And then after that, you're just adding 1 at a time.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So I've got my 1 bead, and I'm going to take my needle, I'm going to hook it under the bridge of thread.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Just the top part of the thread, yeah?
Yeah, just the top bit. That bead will then sit next door, and then you just take your needle and go up through that bead.
That same bead that you've just put on, you're going up.
And that locks
That's the
it
bit
in
I was going
place.
to ask. Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you're going to do this all the way around. Now, at some point, you're going to have to increase it because the circle is bigger as it goes out. So just keep adding your beads on, and you will see where you need to increase. So I'm just going to put another bead on. So this next bit that I'm coming to, the bridge of thread, it's quite a big gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to put on 1 bead as normal. So we're going under that little bridge, back up. Okay. And then I'm going to put another bead on that same little bridge
You're just
of thread.
filling it,
Yeah.
Fill the
So
space.
through the same little bridge again.
So there's no right and wrong as
There's
long as it's filling the gap.
As long as it's filling the gap, which is quite free form.
Yeah.
If it was a perfect round, I could say do this many beads, do an increase.
But it's not.
But it's not. It's not a perfect round. So you're just going to have to
Play it.
play. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So you need to go all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay, with that same colour. So we'll move on.
Part of me wanted to pick that up there. Did you see? I was like, I almost went. I kind of wanted to have a go at that there. I was like, oh, I'll get in on that one. But then I need to watch what the next part of the game
next
is.
part.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So your next row is going to be a row of your gold size 11 seed beads.
So these, what have you just been working with?
I've just been doing the delicas.
And what are delicas? What size are those?
These are 11s as well.
So they're the same size?
They're the same size, but they're a different shape. Your delicas are a cylinder. Whereas your normal seed beads are they're rock-oli.
Yes.
So they're more round.
Yeah.
You'll probably find that when you're going around with your size 11 seed beads that you won't have to do any increases because they are slightly wider than the delica.
Wider. Oh, yeah. Got a bit more of a...
Yeah. So you will just be able to go around without increasing.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you want 1 row of your gold.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then the row after that, you need to just put 12 gold beads.
So hang on a minute. Going back to the actual piece that we're looking at, you do the whole surround with 1 of the gold. So you do 1 whole round, and then just have a quick look at it. Ah, see, yeah. So this is the bit that's going to the bottom, where you're getting a wider drop.
Yes.
Right.
Because the peacock feather isn't perfectly round.
It's an eye, isn't it?
It's an eye, yeah. So you need to put some extra beads on to make it elongated.
Okay. It's clever.
So I've just done a row of 12 of my size 11s.
So forgive me, apologies. So I do exactly the same with the brick stitch. So I'm locking into the stitch, not into the bead. Exactly the same with the gold surrounding. And then wherever I stop, I then want to just build a line in exactly the same design. I just don't go all the way around.
Don't go all the way around. You just want 12 beads.
12 beads
yeah.
in a single
You might
row.
find that up in the middle of that row you need to do a little increase.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just 12, and then you need to, when you come to the end, you're going to turn around, and to turn around is quite easy doing this design. I've already gone ahead and put another row on top.
Yeah.
And I'm just not putting it on the first and the second loop.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just missing those out.
Yeah. So that's my second row just there. It's a little bit shorter than that 12.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll show you how to do that, but just doing the last row. So this is where I've exited and finished that row. So I'm going to go down the next bead and then up the next one. So I'm 3 beads along.
Yeah.
And this is where I'm going to start to do the next row.
Right, okay.
So we're going to start
So you're
off
literally weaving in and out.
weaving in and out, yeah.
Okay.
So I've got my 2 beads on there. And then I'm going to...
Because it's a new line.
New line, you've got to start with 2.
Ah, crikey, on a bikey.
So we're going to hook our thread.
Why is it that you have to start with 2 on a new line?
I think it's so the beads sit next to each other, otherwise you're just going to have just a bit of thread.
Right. Sorry, I know
No,
that's a
no.
random question, but I just, because that's now floored me, because I was thinking, yep, no, I'm doing, but then you put 2 on, I went, I have to remember that bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got my 2 in place.
Now you put just 1 on.
Now we're just doing the 1.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it just built up quite quickly.
Yeah.
I know I've skipped a few rows, but it does. You can get the feather done in a night, so it's not too bad.
In and out.
Okay.
So this is the final row of the gold, is it?
Yes. So you're just going to make sure that it's symmetrical on both sides.
Yeah.
So I'm coming towards the end now.
Through there. Up there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, and that I didn't need to increase anywhere because
No.
it was fine.
Yeah.
But you may find that you have to just pop an increase in there. But it all depends on what pearl's in the middle. So that's the gold done.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've kind of got the eye of the
Yeah.
peacock now.
Yeah, that's...
Of the feather, sorry.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next row, we're going to have to go all the way around all of this. Okay, so...
I was feeling quite confident until you said that. I was thinking, oh, okay, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to weave back along that row a little bit because it's easier to start a row of brick stitch when you don't have to start doing increases and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I'll just come back a couple. There we go. So now I'm going to move on to the goldy purple
Yeah.
delicate
lovely.
beads.
They've got a bit of an aurora borealis.
I
about
know,
them,
they're
haven't
lovely,
they?
aren't
Yeah.
they? It's one of my favourite colours of beads, that.
Yeah, I agree.
So I've got my 2, and I'm going to hook under the next little bridge.
It doesn't matter where you start.
No.
On that row, you have to start. On a new row, you have to start with 2.
You have to start with 2.
It doesn't matter whereabouts that row is. It doesn't matter, it has to be at the beginning. It doesn't have to be at the start of the line. It can be anywhere.
Yeah, it just
as long
has
as
to
you
have
start
2.
with 2. Right.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting thing to remember.
Okay. I'm just going to... So you're just going to come around like you have been doing before, sticking your increases where you need to stick them.
And again, we're going with the bridge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a thread bridge.
I think I need a little increase in here. So that's adding another bead onto the same bridge.
And is this just about to the eye? This isn't about formula of how many need to go where. It's just about which one looks the best to stack alongside.
Yeah. I mean, you'll see. I mean, if you put beads there and it needed an increase, there'll be a gap and your beads won't be sitting next to each
Yeah.
other. So you'll know that you need to go back and just stick another one on that thread.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so now I'm at the end. Now, it's a bit difficult to carry on brick stitch because there's no
There's a
little
gap.
bridges. So we go back to doing, the ladder stitch at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
I'm turning
How
it
do I
back.
do that then?
So I've got my one bead on my needle. So I'm going to bring my needle back up through the bead
Yep.
that we're exiting. Okay, and then we're going to go down that bead we've just put on. And we'll do it again. Whoop. Again, this still depends on the size of your eye that you've made as to how many you've got to put on your little chain.
Yeah.
So I've just added 2 on there, and it's just quite not meeting,
No.
so I'll stick another one on.
Yeah, happy with that. Up. Connect. Down. Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to come down here quite nicely.
Yeah.
So with your needle, hook that bridge that's down there. Yeah?
Yes.
And
So
then,
that's actually onto the stitch again, though, eh?
yeah, that's a little brick stitch again. And that's just going to anchor it down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, again, we've not got anywhere to do our brick stitch, so we carry on with the ladder. I've put 2 beads on there. Just take those
It's
off.
really good to see that you can just pull it out. You've done that twice now, where I would have just gone all fumbly and gone, oh, I've made a mistake. And actually making a mistake is just then a case of just step back, pull it out.
Yeah, I always try and put my needle and go back through, but it always goes wrong, so you end up always having to take your needle
Clean
off
out.
and pull it
Yeah,
there
okay.
anyway. Okay, try that one again. Okay. Probably need about 3 on this again, just like the last one. Are we there yet? No, not quite, just add 1 more. Okay, so that is gonna sit on there nicely. So again, back to brick stitch, pick up that little bit of thread there, and then back through the bead. Okay, so you need to go all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you get up to this side, you're just going to work up the steps exactly the same way as you've done that. Once you've been round, just do another row of the same beads. So
brick stitch
brick
again.
stitch again, yeah.
With the brick stitch is the one with the
Start the
thread.
2.
Start with 2, then the thread in and out. Yep, got
Yeah,
it.
okay. So we'll move on.
So can we go back to the necklace and let's just find out where we are. So we've done the pearl, we've surrounded it, we've added the gold, now we added the step, so we added the 3 layers of lines at the bottom. Then we've done another round, and you said 2 rounds of the Aurora Boreas. Around, around and around. Yes? So we're there. If I just point, will you just point to where we are, just so everybody's following us? Can we move it over? Is that all right?
Actually, we can have a look at that one. I'll bring it over. And we can sit it next to...
yeah, we need that.
There we go.
So we've done pearl in the centre. We've then done brick stitch. No, it's a brick stitch to start. Right, brick stitch to start on the first surround, starting with 2 and then building up on the ones. Then we've done a second line. Then you added the gold in a full circle. Then you've added 3 further lines of gold. You then take the Aurora Borealis colourings, which is the darker colour of the Aurora Borealis. You then fill in the gaps and do a full surround, and then do a further full surround. That's where we are now on the ripple.
That's where we are, yeah.
Right, we're there.
Okay.
Are we there? Come on, we can do this. Right, where are we now then?
Okay.
What do we do next?
What we're doing next is we're going to go round again, but this time we're going to do it back with the peacock colours again. So back to the greeny blue delicate beads, and you're going to do it at 2 bricks tall. So in your first row, you're going to pick up 4. I'll just show you one here. I've already done this row.
So, hang on a minute. So far, I've just done single bricks.
Single, yeah.
You're going to get me to do 2 bricks.
Yeah, we're going to do a double row.
Ooh. Okay, I didn't even know you could do that.
So to do your double row, pick up 4 to start off with.
Oh no, man! So with the double brick stitch, I have to pick up 4 to start begin,
yeah,
because you're getting the double E. Yeah. 2 times 4. Brr, okay.
So make sure they sit.
Must remember that. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So you'll have 2 beads in each stack.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to go around just 1 row of that.
So, whoa. Hang on a minute. Then what do I do? Just pick up 2?
2, yeah.
Exactly the same. Stitch in the bridge of the thread.
Yeah.
Then round up through both.
Yeah.
To lock it in and then continue.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that's
you're
just with 2.
yeah, you're just using 2 beads instead of 1.
Happy? Yeah. Got it.
So I'll just unpick
Oh,
all
that was just
those.
an example, was it? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you've
I've already done that.
it.
I've already
That's your
done
round.
it.
Okay. Looks very Egyptian-like when you see it like that, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah, I love it.
Right, okay, so now we need to build like the stalk of the feather.
Yep.
And I've used the same colour as I've just been using, so the bluey-green ones. And this, it depends on how long you want your feather.
Okay.
So just add on as many beads as you want, sort of length of the feather.
Yeah. And what did you do? How long have you done yours? Oh my goodness me.
It's a couple of inches, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't it? 1, 2. Yeah, I reckon about 2.5 inches you've done.
Yep. So I've just put an inch on just for ease.
We have a look, yeah.
So you're going to skip this top last bead that you've put on, and then just go all the way back down.
Is this just to reinforce?
That's just to reinforce it, yeah. And then back through
You're looking
where
at
it came from, okay?
Yeah.
And at this point, you best tie off your thread. So you need to find a loop of thread that's in your piece you've made already. So you hook underneath the thread and then take your needle through that loop to make a knot. Okay, and then again we're going to hide the thread by just sort of weaving it through our work. Okay, cut that thread off. Right, so now we need to start adding on the feathery bits.
Right.
Okay, so if you look at a peacock feather, you get some feathers, prong bits that come sort of around. Now if I put seed beads on just on a thread, there'd just be a straight line. So what I did was I used some of the featherweight head pins in it, and I've filled them up with equal amounts of the size 11 seed beads in the bluey purple.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're going to use for all our little feathery bits. And I think I've done 3 layers of those, so you want 6 all in total.
Yeah.
And what I did was I'm putting the little feather prongs every 2 beads that are on my little stem.
Yeah.
So I'm going to thread this featherweight head pin up through there, and then I'm going to do another one through the same seed bead. Okay, so then it's a bit fiddly. Okay, so they will sit and you'll be able to move them.
Nice. Yeah.
And put your feathers, prongs where you want, okay? So what I did then was I used a little bit of glue to pour into that seed bead where they're coming out of. So I used the Hypo cement new with the precision tip.
Yes.
But something that will just sort of flow into that bead nicely. And then I cut the ends of the wire off when it was dried.
Okay.
Okay? So I'll take them off now because I'm not going to glue them in because they take a while to dry.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the rest of your feather shaft up there, you need to come up to the top, okay? And then if you add a piece of thread through that top bead, yeah?
Yeah.
And you want your feather to be in the middle of your thread. And you're going to come down through the seed beads. I'm going to come down 2, because I'm doing them every couple. And again, you would use a needle on your other thread to come down at the same point. And then you need probably, I'll say, about 10 of your size 11s, or it depends on how long you've made it and how wide you want it. So you then add your row of seed beads on, and then just like you did with the stalk, you miss that top bead and then go all the way back up. Okay, and then just go down 2 of the little delicate beads that are in the stalk. Now you need to do it the same on both sides. That's why you put your thread in the middle. So you go down, and each time just make each little feather frond bit just 1 bead longer.
Yeah, so you're making it
so it'll fan
substantial.
out. Yeah. So we've done, come back to the original piece. So we've got all our little fringy feathers done, and we've got our 3 rows of wiry feathers. Then it's just a case of just doing the fringe around the bottom.
And is that exactly the same
That
principle?
is the same as those, exactly the same.
Just changing the colourway, because you've obviously added a little bit more colour here, haven't you?
Yes, the first bead I put on was one of the Aurora Borealis ones.
Yeah.
And then this has got, I think that's got 12 seed beads in. The one that's right at the bottom has got 12. And then I've done 2 12s, 2 11s, 2 10s, 2 9s. Graduated it. And depends on how long your little wire, little fringy bits are, as to where you stop. So you just want them just to hang over the top, so it just makes a perfect sort of feather shape. So mine just stops there. So
it's amazing that, isn't it? Because when you start to look at it and now you break it down, I mean, obviously it is quite challenging. That for me just makes you go, wow. Actually, there's a lot of basics there that I think can build up to being something very substantial. And that's amazing. I'm sure you'll agree with me. That's been a brilliant step by step. Thank you.
It's okay.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. £39.95 is all you pay for the Peacock strand. Of course, that's your peacock pearls in 1 metre length. And then on top of that, you're getting 150 of your findings for £39.95. The price tag of the pearls alone is £59.95, so we've already taken £20 off there, and then we give you 150 findings on top. So it is a big, big treat, that one, for £39.95. Further treats, of course, go with the Mayuki and the seed beads. Those were available, but those are very limited, actually, left in stock at £19.95. But if you want them, they are last of stock, but they are available. Finally, let's add in one more treat, adding in perhaps a little bit more depth of colour, perhaps adding in a little bit more leverage, perhaps to the centre of the eye. You could create something a little bit different. And you've got here your Burmese Jadeite ovals. These are 12 by 8mm, 39 to 40 centimetre strand that we have for you. Fresh, apple juicy colours, really exotic quality that we can bring you here. And all yours for the taking, probably from one of the most unique locations that we have for you. At this precise moment in time, this gemstone is not being mined. This gemstone has had a huge shift in its availability. That's because all of the mining area in this one district has actually been ceased. So essentially they've just paused on all mining. They've done a lot of shifts and changes, but that's the reality of the availability on this gemstone. It will be becoming more and more difficult to access because of the location. World-class location, yes, but no longer easy access in terms of its quality. So if you would like to access your very own Burmese Jadeite in your ovals, your price tag for probably one of the most sought after gemstones globally, probably one of the most recognisably unique gemstones. This is your chance to get hold of it for £14.95. That's less than £15. £3.95 is your postage and packaging, which you've paid all day long. So if you joined us at 8 o'clock this morning when we joined you live, or whether you're joining us right now, good news is all the way through till midnight you can add to your order on that single P&P. At £14.95 you're adding one of the most sought after gemstones, and certainly in terms of its qualities of colour arrangement would look magnificent in this version of the kit that we've just bought you with the Peacock's colourings, just to give a little bit of lightness, a little bit of brighter colour. You know, you can imagine it looking fantastic. A real treat and a half that we have for you. And if you would like to join us, we have got for you an almighty combination of colours to come. I mean, take the greens, and they are fresh apple greens from the Jadeite. Ooh, Chrysocolla, boom! That is a lovely colour, isn't it?
It's my favourite colour.
Wow. Man, that colour looks amazing. Wow. That really is some juicy, juicy colouring from Chrysocolla. I've never seen this colour of Kenyan Chrysocolla before. Very exciting. Love that. Can I just say, for somebody who's worked with this gemstone for quite some years, that has floored me, the quality of that colour. That is absolutely fresh, spring and summer juiciness embraced in every one of those gemstones. Chrysocolla all the way from Kenya, which, as I say, is a little bit of an original location for this gemstone. Graduated plain rondelles that you have here, 5x2 to 8x4. Love it. I really, really love this strand. I'm intrigued to know the price tag. I'm intrigued. If we can get this under 50, then I think we're doing well. Wow. Well, that's half the price that I would have anticipated. That is a lot lower than I expected us to go. £24.95 is all you pay. Whoa! Every time I see that colour, literally every time, I get that little bit of a fuzz of excitement because the colour is just bursting out. It is really fresh. I mean, imagine in a piece of jewellery just using one of those as perhaps a highlight of getting that colour pop, getting that wow factor, that deliverance. That really is. I just want to see that just as it.
That's really nice.
Oh, if I was sat at home right now, I would be so buying this. I mean, I'd go this. I've got a really nice silver bracelet, silver beaded bracelet, and I would just stack that, this colour, because that just, and I'd wear it every day, no matter what I was wearing, I'd wear it every day alongside my silver bracelet. I think that would look absolutely cracking. £24.90, I want that. I'm just putting it out there. I want that. I love it, love it, love it. Right, I'm going to put that there, and let's go to. Oh, well, we've had some great pearl deals. Why not? Let's extend that into this next opportunity. And these, if I can grab hold of one, take a look at these connectors. You have here freshwater pearls with the finishing touch of your cubic zirconia either side in solid sterling silver setting. I'll show you the setting so you can see. I mean, you may well, oh, that's a good close-up. You may well see these. There's a little bit of a curve to them, which I quite like, because I think really, if you think about when they sit on the wrist, if you're going to do a 3-feature bracelet, or perhaps if you're going to use this as a ring, you could see it just curving against the finger. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. But you can imagine just how well these are going to work into your designs. Really well designed. Lovely sterling silver setting, and that pearl just sits with such kudos to the centre of the setting. £17.95 is not the price you're going to pay. You're getting three of these designs. All of this, look, wow. Price you should be paying is £17.95. Your Saturday saver price tag, £9.95. An amazing treat. Yours for the taking. Hold those lines. Massive congratulations on this one. I like the fact that you've got the right size of hole either side to be able to connect really well with jump rings. You know, with our traditional jump rings, you know that those loops are just going to lock in beautifully alongside this design. £9.95. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Congratulations if you've got those. Straight on we go, and we're going to go to. Oh, a little bit of elegance. Oh, hang on. Little bit of elegance. As she drops it on the floor. Highly unelegant at all. Look at this. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. We like that as well, especially with the pearls that we've had today, especially with some of the glamorous pearls that we could introduce you to. Maybe you could actually almost do like a black and white monochrome, what's it called, ladder design. So you could have the black as the oh, what's the word? the black either side, a runway, that's the word I was thinking of. What's the word? The runway either side, and then you have the pearls running right through the centre. An amazing quality that you have of style and design. I think that would look really sophisticated, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Really elegant. Fabulous black spinel in your faceted rondelles. They're 2x1 to 4x3, so you've got plenty of versatility of size and range there, and all for $6.95. I mean, alongside those pearls. Now, those pearls were what? Were the pearls $6.95 as well? Or were they $5.95? $5.95 for the pearls that I've just shown you. So you had $5.95 with $6.95. So you're talking there for less than £15. A piece of jewellery that would look like you've spent hundreds. I mean, literally hundreds when you've got that quality and sophistication. Finishing touch with a lovely, nice, simple clasp on the back. You know, maybe a nice solid ball ring clasp, that kind of detail. I mean, that's just enviably low pricing. £6.95 is all you pay. Huge congratulations. Now, sitting beside me for the whole of this evening is not just the lovely Jill, but actually is this extraordinary strand of Ethiopian opal. And for those of you that don't know, but the Ethiopian opal of the last year that you've had in stock is not what we're getting access to now. There is a difference. You can see the difference, can't you? You can see the quality difference. That's because when a team went out, a good team, friends of mine, went out to actually do some footage of the mining area in Ethiopia, they realised that actually the ridge that they were sourcing most of the opal from was actually not producing what it was producing. In fact, it was starting to really struggle with the quality and such like. And so while they were out there, they worked with a volcanologist team to essentially assess the landscape to work out where there could possibly be more of this fruitful coloured opal. They found one tiny seam, and I mean it's already mined out seam, so it's literally it's come and it's gone. But of that seam, some of the finest opal was found. The size of them were amazing. I've sold single solitaires in pieces of jewellery for multiple thousands of pounds in jewellery set. And so this is that type of quality. That's the new seam, but as I say, it's a new seam that's now already depleted. It's not like it's going to continue to sustain this grade of opal from this location. This is world-class Ethiopian opal. This is a leading level. It's probably the finest grade. There's no point in suggesting you go to Australia for this level, because they're probably not producing anything quite of this distinction anymore, because it's just this is the best of the best in terms of Ethiopian opal at present time. This one location, this tiny little seam, as I say, now totally depleted, so no point in talking about it producing anything more. This is the ultimate quality that we can introduce you to. I mean, it's mesmerising. The quality of the opalescence is truly intense and mesmerising. See it for yourself with a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I tell you what, you will not be returning. When you see the level of quality that we're offering you here, the grading of this opalescence. If opal had a grading system, it would be at the very, very top, this strand. $39.95. There's not one of those stones that doesn't just transfix the eye. There's not one of these stones that doesn't just radiate an illumination of opalescence like no other. Absolutely magnificent quality, and all yours for the taking. $39.95 is all you pay. Massive congratulations. We've got queues on the lines on this one. Now that goes to show the quality. I've already got people dialing on those lines before we even dropped in the price, and then we've got queues on the lines. Now we've dropped in the price at $39.95. Massive congratulations. It is a limited edition opportunity, this strand. Probably one of the most impeccable opportunities. And you know, with a strand like this, it's an 8 centimetre strand, but of that 8 centimetres, you only need a centimetre to be able to create one impact piece of jewellery, perhaps as a beautiful, simple stranded bracelet where you've just got that inch or that centimetre to the centre of the wrist, and then you've got a chain of design. So you're just letting the gemstones sit to the heart. You know, these are the gemstones you don't need a lot of to make a huge impact, and that's why I think this is a strand that you need to get home and see for yourself just how impressive they are. £39.95 is all you pay. Free phone number is what you're dialing. Join us at JewelleryMaker.com if you prefer. I think this has got to be one of the most impressive strands of the whole of our vaults from this one location these days. And as you say, you know, locations evolve and they change, and sometimes they're available, sometimes the gemstone's not, sometimes the quality of the gemstone shifts, sometimes it's high like this, sometimes it's low, and this really is world-class quality. $39.95, and I would certainly recommend you get that one home, see for yourself, and if it's not right you can send it back, but I don't think you will, not when you see how good it is. Massive congratulations, and thanks so much for your company this evening, hoping that you've had a good show. We've loved having your company. Thank you so much for your inspiration, and I have to say I think it's been fantastic to have that step-by-step instruction. We are back in the morning from 8 a.m, so we're looking forward to being able to bring you even more great deals. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Our Jewellery Maker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option.